Hello, happy Friday, guys. I wanted to show you right quick what we have coming in the way of weather today. So I'm going to pull up this. I think I did the right thing there. Hang on, let me share my screen. Hey, Akashi Chris, thanks for being here today. All right, so I'm going to share screen, show you what is going on here today. I just watched Ryan Hall, y'all. So Ryan Hall, y'all, is a meteorologist. And he did a video earlier today about the storms that are expected to come through the Dallas-Fort Worth area today. I mean, it's a big swath that covers a big chunk of Texas, but Dallas-Fort Worth is expected to get some nasty weather later in the form of, rain and thunder and lightning and hail. So there's a possibility of some really damaging hail. We'll see if that happens or not. But here is, I guess I got to go here and show you. This is just a video of the radar that I captured from my phone app, my Weather Channel phone app. And you can see across the bottom here, it's the projected times. Now, when Ryan Hall did his weather forecast earlier today, hey, Nora, the Stock Explorer, thanks for being here. When he did his weather forecast earlier today, he was predicting that these storms were going to hit between 2 and 3 o'clock today. And now they're expected to hit between 4 and 5, which only concerns me. Well, I mean, I'm concerned anyway, but it concerns me because that often can mean that the storms are moving more slowly. And that will give them more time to get more powerful as they reach us. So we'll see. We don't really have much we can do as far as, if we get a hailstorm here. Cabo will go in the barn. Delilah often will still stay right out in the middle of the paddock. Hello, Jerry and Susan. Hey, Vicki Lund, Psychology North, Dr. Lund. Scratch and Pete. Hi, Pete. Thanks for being here today. And so since you guys are here first, I'll tell you now, I'm going to be drawing for some prizes during today's stream. It's just going to be off and on throughout the stream. You do have to be a subscriber to the channel to qualify for that. So anyone that might be coming in and you're finding that you can't comment in the chat, it's because it's limited to subscribers only. And that's how I'll be able to just reward our subscribers as phase 1 of our 2,000 subscriber celebration. So I'll be doing, I've decided instead of doing one big live prize stream, I'm going to do handfuls of prizes over the course of the next few streams. And that way we can, give everybody a chance to come in, because I know some people can't be at every live stream. And we'll, hopefully be able to have some fun and share some rewards and things with you guys that way. So I'll go over what I've got to give away today here in just a little bit. But before I bring up Mountain Grandma, who's going to be our guest today, let's do our channel stats. Oh, anyway, so did I finish telling you about Ryan Hall? So Ryan Hall, y'all, had predicted that these storms were going to hit earlier than it looks like they're going to hit. But it doesn't look like there's a possibility for it to miss us. Now, whether or not we get the hail remains to be seen, because there have been several storm systems come through in the last few weeks where there was a strong potential for damaging hail, and we didn't get any here. I'm not complaining, but it just means that, we won't really know until it happens. But I do have concerns sometimes when I see that things are moving more slowly, because it just gives them more time to get stirred up. And hang on one second, because I have a message here. All right. Gucci needs to come on Sunday. So that was Gucci's mom asking if it would be possible for her to spend the day here on Sunday. So let me make sure I haven't missed anyone coming into the chat. And again, since you guys are here now, let's go ahead and spin for the first prize, because I don't have Mountain Grandma in the backstage area yet. And I can always do my channel stats and stuff at a different part of the show. So let me pull up I'll show you the prize wheel. There she is. All right. So we're going to just spin for a prize, and then I may do my channel stats a little later in the show. All right. So let me share my screen. See how I can do both of these. Okay, here's how I can do both of these. Isn't there a way to do both of these? Yeah. So we'll do this. Oops. And then we'll do this. If it'll cooperate. Okay, here we go. So we're going to share the screen. I should be able to share a window, right? Entire screen. Here we go. Share entire screen. I still think they've kind of changed this since the first time I ever did it. All right. So let me show you first what we have in the way of prizes we're going to give away today. Hey, Pedroza Travel. Thanks for being here today, John. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of these Key Smarts. They're key holders. You can get a lot of keys in here. We bought a whole bunch of these for Christmas several years ago, and then Christmas got canceled because of COVID. And I packed them away and didn't remember where I put them. And then I came across them, and I thought, okay, you know what? We'll give some of these away. So I have a red one, a black one, a green one, and a blue one. It does have a little card in here, I think, that gives you the instructions on how to use it. So that's one of the prizes. We will be giving away, we've got a batch of these original RichKatRanch stainless steel water bottles. Let's go back a little further. It's got our original 6 ducklings, the ones that started the flock for us. We're going to give one of those away today. We're going to give away 2 $10 Amazon e-gift cards. And I will tell you that if you are outside the continental United States, it's automatically going to be an Amazon e-gift card. I learned my lessons when we did our very first prize live stream when we were monetized. And a package that was sent twice to Canadian friends never got there. So I ended up months later just sending them an e-gift card because I wasn't going to take a chance. And it's super expensive. Now, the item I was sending was kind of big, so that's part of why it was expensive. But postage is really expensive. We do have to be budget conscious here about prizes and where we can ship. So if you're in the continental United States, you'll get whichever prize you win. If you're outside the continental United States, it's automatically going to be a $15 Amazon e-card, which, I mean, I know I love getting those, so I hope you guys are happy with that as well. So the other prize then that's on the wheel is a Loofah Lady bath or pampering set. So she sent me a big sample box last winter that I love. And so in the little gift box that you're going to win, you'll get a loofah sponge. Now, she grows them herself. These are homegrown by Brittany, the Loofah Lady. You'll get a goat's milk soap, and you'll get a lip balm. So right now I'm showing you, this is the lip balm she sent me. It's the sweet orange. I love it. And she sent me a sweet orange and a eucalyptus soap. I haven't opened them yet because I'm going through my bottle of, my giant bottle of body wash. And I don't like to have 2 things open at a time. So kind of what I'm showing you here now are samples based on what she sent me. But I have ordered 2 more sponges, 2 more soaps, and 2 more lip balms. So the choices you'll have in the soaps, since I still have 2 soaps I haven't opened, and I'm okay with any scent, you'll have a choice of the eucalyptus, rosemary mint, a sweet orange, and, I just had that screen up. The 4th soap is lemongrass. So lemongrass, eucalyptus, rosemary mint, or sweet orange. You can pick one of those soaps. And then the lip balms I just ordered 2 lip balms because I'm just doing 2 of these little gift baskets for now. The lip balms are the sweet orange because that's the one I have and I love it, or peppermint. I like peppermint, so you guys can pick. And since you're going to be the first to get in on the, hey, John at Home Bartending with John, thanks for being here. Since you're getting in on the first round of prizes, obviously you can pick from among those 4 soaps and those 2 scents. And I think that is everything on the wheel. So first up, I'm going to spin for the prize that we're drawing for. Right. It's a $15 Amazon e-card. And obviously the way that works is you will send me your email address, and then I will have Amazon directly email you the gift card. So you can use that online for any Amazon purchases. Okay, we're going to take that one off now. And then let's pull up the, oh, I had this filled in already, not even knowing if that's what was going to come up first. All right. And so in the chat, you will type hashtag eCard all together, no spaces. It's all lowercase, and it does have to have the hashtag in front of it. So type hashtag eCard. Let's see, we have 11 people watching. Oh, why is it doing that? I think I might have been on my wrong account here. All right, hashtag eCard. We've got 6 entries now, 11 people watching. If you want to get in on a $15 e-card for Amazon, just type hashtag e-card in the chat. We'll give that a minute. We'll draw for that. And then you will send me, let me put up that banner that gives you my email address. So it's the, if you want to be on the show, but disregard that part. Email me at RichKatRanch@yahoo.com to let me know what email address I need to use to have your e-card sent to you. Yeah, that was weird, wasn't it? Oh, Vicky, you've got a misspelling there. There you go. All right, we've got 9 entries now. Anybody else? 2 more people in the chat. Anybody else? Now, it could be too that there are 2 people watching that are not subscribed. Again, this will be for subscribers only. So you're only able to chat and therefore be eligible for a prize if you are a subscriber. And I think I have it set, you have to have been a subscriber for at least 2 hours. So if you miss out on this prize day, we're going to do this over the course of the next several live streams. We'll just do a little handful of prizes at each live stream. All right, so we're going to go with 9. I'm going to draw now. Let's see who the first winner of a $15 Amazon e-card is. Akashi Chris at Mindfork. I think I already have your email address, but if you'll email me just to be sure I know it's really one before I go to Amazon to have that sent to you. Congrats to you. All right, so we'll stop sharing this. Let's go ahead and bring Tammy up from Mountain Grandma, and then we'll go back to, oh, that's not what I meant to do. I was going to go ahead and back up my page to have it ready for the next drawing. And instead, I spun the wheel again. So, all right. All right. So here comes Tammy. How are you? Uh-oh, I can't hear her. Can y'all hear her? Oh, hang on. Maybe I have my, no, I don't still have my.
It's me.
Okay, yes. Well, I was listening with headphones earlier. I was listening to videos with headphones, and sometimes I leave them on.
Yeah, it was me.
Okay, no, that's good to know. It was easy to fix.
Good to see you, and hey,
You
everyone in the chat.
Is the nasty weather supposed to hit you? Is it coming from that far west?
So. I think so.
I know it's coming from the west heading this way, but I don't know where it's really starting.
Yeah.
I just look at my little sliver of the map on the
Remind me where you are again.
We're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, real close to Fort Worth. Yeah. So Akashi, I say, hey, it's worth a try. Go. You can't win if you don't play. And if you're on some kind of roll, let's hear hopefully you'll come back and report that it was a trend for you.
Right.
So congrats again. Congrats on your win. Let me take that banner off. All right. So first, tell everybody where you are.
Sure. So we're in Missouri, and we've moved here from Arizona, and that was a huge move. Just moved here last year, and we've got 15 acres. We have our kids and our grandkids came also, so they've got a house that's here as well. Finding two homes on a large piece of property was quite a chore. It was pretty
Uh-huh.
challenging, but we were able to do that. So we've got kids and grandkids that came with us, which is so awesome. We've got goats and chickens and meat
So
birds that are
did
due to
you
be
move a
set.
lot of animals?
We did.
Okay, so that just means like a big trailer. Everybody's in a big trailer,
Oh,
or
we were quite the sight. We had two 24 or 26-foot trucks pulling trailers and two full-size trucks pulling trailers also. On the drive here, it was a doozy. I mean, we had to stay 2 nights somewhere else because my daughter was due to have a baby in 3 weeks. And we had two of our grandchildren were only like, gosh, 3 and 4 at the 2 and 3 at the 2 and 4 at the something like that.
uh-huh.
um so it was something. I mean, and my daughter was due, she had her baby 3 weeks after we got here,
Oh my
had an
goodness.
unassisted home birth at that.
Oh my goodness. Awesome. It was just meant to
It
be
was
then. So did all of the
mhm.
animals make it okay?
Yep, everybody made it okay.
Okay.
Every chicken, every goat, they were all made it here.
It was probably a good time of year to do that since it
It
wasn't
was.
hot,
Yeah, it was September, so it wasn't super. We were
not
coming from
stifling.
northern Arizona, not
Okay.
like down in the valley where it's really hot, the Grand Canyon. So it's very cool that time of year. We great weather in northern
Nice.
Arizona, I gotta say.
Do
But
you
um,
follow do
mhm.
you follow Roots and Refuge Farm?
Yes,
Jess and Maya. So you know they made that big move from
yep,
Arkansas up to North Carolina and had to have truckloads of
yeah.
animals.
From Arkansas, though, I didn't catch that part.
Yeah. Oh
Mhm.
yeah. So they made a
Yeah,
big move
I didn't
too. And so
share a
I was
video or
thinking,
anything on it.
did you take
It's
video? Will you be?
craziness.
Oh no, I'm just glad
So
everybody's there and everyone's
we,
okay.
yeah, we had felt like, I told my husband like we should video all this, but honestly, everything went so quick. Our home sold in like a week. Um, I mean, it was just crazy. And the home here, we didn't have the same closing date, so we were in a hotel for like 3 weeks,
Oh
and
wow.
it was just not a whole lot of fun, to be
So
honest.
so where were the animals while you were at the hotel?
Well, the kids had their own property.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they had their property with the goats and the chickens over there. We
Okay.
had our property. So we're each selling different properties, right? Um, so it was, so yeah, that wasn't an issue, but the drive here was something.
Wow, I imagine. Again, I'm just glad everything turned out and everybody's okay. And
Us
hello,
too.
my raindrop life. Thanks for being here today.
Hey there.
So, so you are like up to 100% with everything now. Gardening, everything is in place now
Pretty
for the new
much.
homestead.
So, yeah, I mean, when we came here, we got the property had two homes, two garages. So we let the kids take the big place, right? Because they got the grandbabies and all.
Uh
And
huh.
we took the smaller one that has needed a lot of work. So we've been remodeling. We have not been videoing the remodel. It's, to be honest, it's just, it makes things more difficult. And we
Yeah.
feel like we're challenged enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We haven't been keeping up on the remodel. Maybe later I'll do some before and after pictures, but been kind of working through that in my garden. Oh my goodness. So coming from northern Arizona, where I had a really small garden and water was an issue. We were on hauled water in northern Arizona because we were at 7,000 feet and you just can't get a well. You know what I mean? Like to go
Yeah.
down
Oh
that
yeah.
far. So I've got all of my starters. I'm just waiting for and I think this might be the weekend where I don't have to worry about putting anything out there and having it freeze.
Nice. So,
Mhm.
do you follow Flannel Hill Farm by
No,
any
that one's
chance?
new to me.
Okay, yeah. So she was a guest on the show. It's probably been a couple months ago now, and they're in
Mhm.
Missouri somewhere, right? I think
Oh,
that's
cool.
right. So I know that's kind of like when you work for IBM or something, and then someone says, "Oh, do you know so and so?" And there's like 50,000 people that work for IBM. So, but I don't. I just wonder now geographically how close you guys might do that. Could be a fun collaboration if you guys are
Yeah, I'm
near each
not
other somehow.
sure. I'll have to check them out.
Okay.
I know Simply Jan is here. I know that
Okay.
she's Simply Jan Homestead.
Okay.
I know Off the Wall Preppers in this state. Who
Okay.
else is here? So there's other people that are here. I don't know all of the channels, and sometimes you watch people and you're just not really quite sure where they're located.
Right. Yeah. So if you're in the chat and you have a channel and you're in Missouri, send a message to Mountain Grandma. Let her know you're there. You guys hook up, and maybe we can see some collaborating coming.
Gear Gryden is here also, but
Okay.
you see a lot of collaborations going on between Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, because we're all kind of right here in the same vicinity, and
Right.
Tennessee. Like everything, is just right here. So
Right. Yeah. No, I think those are fun. I
Yeah.
think those are really fun. So now let's talk about your channel. When you first started a channel, what motivated you to start your channel?
So I had been thinking about starting a channel because I knew that we were going to be making a move and there was going to be a lot of changes. And I was hoping to start to document some of that.
Okay.
Which it's funny because, then I didn't. But I had purchased some plants from GrowJoy. So my very first videos are these GrowJoy. And I wanted to video the unboxing for GrowJoy. So it was where I'd never bought plants online before and had them delivered. So I was a little concerned about the quality of the plants that I was going to get. And I thought, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put it on YouTube. We'll see if that garners any interest from the YouTube community. And at the same time, if they send me plants that are good, I could say they're there. You can see me open them, which is exactly what happened.
Nice.
And they were great at giving me the better plants. So that worked out good. The Fermented Homesteads in Missouri. Cool. I will check them out.
Yeah. Also. And hello, Suburban Hillbilly. Thank you for being here today.
Yeah, hey there.
And so what was the first video you posted to the channel? What was it about? And approximately when did you upload that first video?
So it was the GrowJoy one. And
okay. Was that? Okay.
And that was year before last. I want to say somewhere around maybe August.
Okay.
We've been on YouTube for about a year and a half now. But when I first did that video, I wasn't really being very consistent with the videos that I was uploading either as a newbie.
Okay. Let me get back to my questions then. So do you have a day job? Like, do you go away from home or do you work from home? And
I work from home.
Are you able to tell us what it is you do that you
work? So I'm a biomedical engineer.
Okay.
What I do and I work in research for a living.
Okay. Do you
medical devices?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to ask if you specialized in a certain aspect.
So my specialty is medical devices. I have done some on the pharma side. Okay. So, but I prefer medical devices just because I'm not a big fan of anything pharma.
Okay.
To be honest.
Yeah. Well, that's why I don't know if you saw yesterday. I shared your herbal medicine playlist. Very near and dear to my heart, and something my whole life I've wanted to learn more about. That's always my first go-to to try and resolve issues. I just think, those things are the basis for all these fake drugs we have now anyway. So but doctors just can't make money off of those. They can't just tell you, go make this tea and drink it for a week. And I know how that works, but have you
a lot of truth to that?
Yeah. Have you invented anything or patented anything as a result of your work?
So I do. So I have, as far as patenting, when it comes to herbal medicines, I have not patented anything.
Okay.
And I've been thinking about that because I do want to, I have some pain oils that I've made that are really effective and they've helped a lot of people. Even a doctor that I worked with previously he called me up. He used it for his knee and he called me up and he was so funny. He had a real heavy accent and he said, "Congratulations." And I said, "For what?" And he said, "On this oil that you've made, it's helped my knee." I guess he was limping around. He goes, "But I need to know, am I going to pass a drug test?" Yes, you are.
Yeah, again, that's part of the beauty of it.
Yeah, it was very funny, but
Nice. So
yeah,
is that
they
something?
were.
Can we be looking for that then in the future at some point? Some
Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
proprietary blends
Mhm.
that are
Yeah,
available for sale.
yep,
Okay.
and that's what I'm gonna be doing. I've already got a logo made, so this is how close I am.
Oh, I'm glad I asked.
I
Okay.
have a company logo, Tamla, which is just my husband's name's Larry, so
Okay.
Tammy and
Okay.
Larry. Honestly, every other good thing I could come up with was already taken.
Oh,
So
no, it sounds good to me.
um, so yeah, Tamla Herbal Products. I'm gonna start my shop on Etsy first, and I might branch out to some others. And
Okay.
again, this is like something I'm doing with my extra time. So I'm not really pushing it hard. This is my retirement plan, Kathy.
Yeah.
You know that?
Okay. Okay. No,
These
that's
side
good. That's
hustles, right?
exciting. That's
Um,
good.
but I do make some other, like I would say things that I'm super proud of in the herbal world would be the pain oil. I have one that's basically for like any joint pain, and one that's great for nerve pain, where people have used it for their feet in particular.
Okay.
Um, and just had a huge difference in how they felt. And
Nice.
then the other one is face products. So I make a really great soap that I love and a really great face serum that I love. And I don't know, so far so good. I am in my
Okay.
50s.
Okay.
So I feel like that's worked well for me. I would rather use something that I've made than something that I buy from someone else.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Is
Yeah.
any of that stuff available for sale now?
No, not yet.
Okay. Okay. You'll let me know when it happens,
I'll
right?
let you know.
Yeah.
I'll let you
Because,
know,
like,
Kathy.
again, I ordered some loofah lady stuff to give as
Mhm.
prizes because I
Yeah.
just love that whole
Mhm.
concept of knowing what's in your stuff and where it
Mhm.
came from and
Yep.
who had a hand in crafting it,
Yeah.
and not just rolling the dice and hoping that
Yep.
you get pure products that aren't going to cause more trouble than the problems they're supposed to resolve.
Yes.
Hello, Matt D.
Exactly.
How are you? Oh
Hey,
my
Matt
goodness
D.
gracious. I think it's been a little while since I've seen you. I'm so happy to see you here today. Um, and are you up for doing another prize drawing?
Sure.
Tammy, okay, let's do another prize drawing. So let me pull up my screen. Oops. Let's close that. Let me find my drawing wheel. There it is. Oh, let's hit the right button. All right, so let's share the screen.
Suburban hillbilly, I hear you. I hear you. If you want to send me an email, I can send you something.
Yeah, I really will be excited to see that take off.
Mm-hmm.
And I think more and more people have caught on
Mm-hmm.
to, again, everything we need is there. Sometimes you have to experiment, I think, to figure out what combination of things is really going
You
to work for
do.
you
You
because everybody's different.
do. Mm-hmm.
But just this whole knee-jerk
Yeah.
reaction from, you know, Western medical providers to just write a
Mm-hmm.
prescription for some synthetic something or other. Um,
Mm-hmm. Well, and
it,
they're not trained on anything. They're not
yeah,
trained. Well, okay, so let me back up. They're obviously trained on a
yeah,
lot,
yeah,
but they're not trained on any nutritional
yeah, yeah.
nutritional
Whole
information.
wellness. Yeah,
They are not trained on herbal medicine by
yeah,
any means, and they're
yeah,
very much, most of them are against it
yeah,
unless you can find a practitioner who maybe comes from another country where they understand and recognize and maybe grew up with some of that.
right.
I know of one physician who was from Peru, and she was very much on board with natural medicine, even though her main field was nephrology. So anyway, yeah, it just depends.
Yeah. Again, I'm going to be real excited to see that take off. Hello,
Mhm.
Canadian Family Live. Thank you for being here today.
Hello.
All right. So you guys are here just in time for another drawing. We're going to draw for another prize. This is just the first phase of our string of live streams where we'll be giving away some prizes in celebration of
Fun.
our 2,000 subscriber milestone. So let's see what we get this time. We've given away a
That's so
$15
awesome.
Amazon gift card already. And now it looks like it's going to be the Loofah Lady
Ooh,
package.
fun.
All right. So let's remove that. And it will be, I got to get the light where I can see. Hashtag loofah. All right. Hashtag loofah. Oh, I got to set this up again. All right. So in the chat, hashtag loofah for a chance at winning. Let me show you again in case you missed it before. It will be a homegrown loofah sponge from Ronnie and Brittany out in Central California. You'll get a goat's milk, handmade goat's milk soap, and you'll get a lip balm. That'll all be part of the package.
Awesome.
Your choices for the soaps, now I got to remember this again: eucalyptus, rosemary mint, sweet orange, and lemongrass. And then your choices for the lip balm are sweet orange and peppermint. Hey, Devin at Our New Land, thanks for being here today. I hope you have good news for us. I hope you have good news for us, Devin, on your watch hours. I'm excited to know where you guys are. So let's see. We've got 12 people watching. They may or may not all be in the chat. You do have to be a subscriber to be eligible for the prizes. This is to, again, it's a celebration of hitting the 2,000 subscriber mark. So obviously we want to share in our excitement by rewarding our subscribers. So let's see. Okay, Vicky, it looks like you've got the letter I in front of your loofah instead of the letter L. Like, yeah, I can't see so the lights in front of me, I think, when I'm live streaming are so bright that it makes everything right here where the keyboard is too dark. So I always have trouble seeing if I need to type something. So let's let Vicky retype hashtag loofah.
There she goes.
Okay. And we have 6 entries. Again, there's 12 people watching. Hopefully you all 12 are subscribers. So if you're interested in this loofah, and again, this is men use soap too. Men need to exfoliate too. Men need lip balm too.
That's right.
I haven't grown loofahs. So Suburban Hillbilly's talking about peeling loofahs. I haven't grown them. It really fascinates me to think about growing them, but awesome? I don't know enough about it yet. Now you can also, so if you're interested in growing loofahs, Loofah Lady even sells her seeds. So seeds from her loofah plants are available at loofalady.com. So you can go and order some seeds if you want to know you're going to get a good quality. All right, this is what I was waiting for. Awesome. Our New Land, they were 170 watch hours away from the 4,000 required to become YouTube partners at last Friday's live stream. So I kind of rounded up the troops, hoping that we could help them hit that mark. So I am thrilled to be able to announce today that Devin and Ryan at Our New Land are monetized now.
Congratulations,
so again, remember, guys, we still always need views. If you can, watch the commercials, because a lot of times, especially in the beginning when channels are monetized, that's how they make their money. Obviously, if you get super chats or super thanks or super stickers and stuff like that, it generates revenue. But for the most part, until you're big enough and you start getting sponsorships and things like that, it's ad revenue that generates income. So you guys watch the commercials. If it's a long commercial, let it play and go open another window and watch something else while you're waiting. And that's how we support each other. So I'm really excited that I got to share this news on the show today. Let me make sure I haven't missed anyone coming in. All right. And we still just have 6 entries. So that may mean only 6 of you are interested in this package. Again, it's going to be a hand-grown made loofah sponge with a handmade goat's milk soap and a handmade essential oil lip balm. All right, so let's draw.
Awesome prize.
I love my stuff. Oh my goodness, I was so honored that she sent me a like a little gift sample package. Vicky Lund at
Oh, yay.
Psychology Noir with Dr. Lund. How awesome.
Congratulations, Vicky.
So, Vicky, you will need to email me and send me your snail mail address so I can put this in the mail to you. And you'll need to let me know which scent of soap and which flavor of lip balm you want. Again, the soap options are eucalyptus, rosemary mint, sweet orange, and lemongrass. And the lip balm options are sweet orange or peppermint. I'll be ordering more of these. Again, I ordered 2 packages already. And so we'll give one away this week. We'll give one away next week. And then I'll probably try to just keep some of these on hand because I like that kind of stuff. I don't get a lot of opportunity to feel pampered. So for me to have a nice smelling body wash or, something kind of bath and self-care related is really exciting for me. All right. So I'll be waiting for your email. There's my friend Dogface. Hey, thanks for being here today. Let's make sure I haven't missed anyone else. Congratulations to Vicky Lund at Psychology Noir with Dr. Lund, a real life friend of mine now because of YouTube. And I'm excited that you came up as our winner. And I don't know how to make this just go back to, that's funny. I don't know how to make that giveaway tool just automatically go back where I can just type in another hashtag, but that's fine. We'll figure it out. All right. So let's get back to questions for you. Does anyone help you with the channel? Anybody do any of the filming or the editing or coming up with video ideas?
So my kids have a YouTube channel, The Homesteading Mama. It's my daughter. And she's pretty darn creative. So she's been giving me some tips and advice on my videos. But my husband and I do this together. He plays guitar and I try to get him to do videos. As far as editing and everything goes, it's me. He will watch YouTube videos also, but the man is horrible about leaving comments.
Oh.
You need to comment. He says, well, I thumbs up.
Oh.
So he has his channels he likes to watch that we follow that are in the YouTube community. So he'll help with that. He's just not good about leaving comments. But
Okay. Well, every little bit helps.
Yep, that's right.
Some people, something might just not be their thing. And since I didn't do all my channel stats, I am going to pull up your channel so we can let people know where you are subscriber count wise. Brutus.
Okay.
That was Brutus, who was happy in my lap for a little while. Let's pull up your channel. Because obviously we are trying to get you to that 1,000 subscribers mark.
Yep.
All right. And she is right now, as of this moment, at 803 subscribers. So we've got a little work to do. If you guys are not familiar with her channel, please check it out. A lot of great stuff there. And again, a lot of natural, I just feel like you're really connected to the earth. You understand our relationship with the earth. And so the gardening and the herbal remedies and just music, how music heals and energizes people. So you guys check that out. But I just thought instead of waiting till you're off the screen and I do my channel stats, we would just show everybody right now. All right. So now,
I need to update our banner. The mountains you see in that banner back there, those were the mountains behind our house in Arizona when we lived in northern Arizona. Yeah.
Well, it'll be exciting to see then what the new image might be.
Yeah.
So do you have a video on the channel of which you are most proud or one that is your favorite or among your favorites?
So I always love our music videos that my husband and I do together. Those are some of my favorite. And when you're a YouTube content creator, you're also creating memories, right, for your family. And so I love those. And I love to do the herbal videos. You just and I don't know. Gosh, do I have a favorite? So my most favorite video is probably my husband, him singing, and he was doing a Merle Haggard song, and it's funny because the song is "You're My Favorite Memory." So
Oh,
you're asking me, and I guess that one's my favorite
oh,
one
that's sweet. Okay.
because he does a great job on it, and I'm playing acoustic and doing backup for him on that. And the story of my husband and I is I met my husband when I was 19, and I had a fake ID and I auditioned for his band. And that's how we met.
Uh-huh.
So us playing music together is always fun times and just,
That's very special. Yeah. Oh,
mhm,
that's really sweet.
yeah.
So, how long have you been married?
Oh goodness. So we this year, next month, we're going to be at 32 years. Now
Nice.
I'm like showed my age, but
Oh,
yeah.
not, but very nice. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Do you have videos in the works? Are you like me where you've always got material that you've filmed, you just haven't edited it together and figured
Yeah.
out
I
what
have
the concept is going to be with
I
it? And
do. So what I've got to work on right now, I need to do a mail call video. I need to do a gardening update video. And Gail's Southern Living was doing a Bless My Garden collaboration. So I'm definitely blessing all of my garden plots out here. So I need to do that. I might do that at the same time I'm doing my garden update. Um, and then also, I need to do a video for I started it already, but I'm going to do a little more. I was making a cocoa butter lotion, which I ended up gifting. I had a prize winner that I sent that out to, which was Big Dreams Tiny Budget.
uh-huh.
So I mailed that to her, and I sent one over to Simply Jan too. But I need to finish that video, and I'm probably going to go. I need to make more lotion, is what it boils down to, and I'm going to get that video together also.
All right. Awesome. Um, what's your favorite
Thank
thing
you,
about
Mindworked.
what's your favorite thing about YouTube?
You know, one thing I was so surprised by when I started the whole YouTube venture, I really was thinking, let's do this. Hey, maybe it'll be a side hustle one of these days. With everything crazy in the world, you never know. I was a little concerned about mandates that were rolling out at that time, and I'm not going to say too much, so I don't say too much. To which I would not have been in agreement with because, but fortunately, my company did not require those. So I didn't have any worries, but I was thinking maybe this could be another way to generate some income for the family. Um, and I was not expecting to make so many great friends and meet so many wonderful people.
Yeah.
That
Same.
was a
Yeah.
surprise because
Same.
I don't do social media of any kind, like other than Pinterest. I do love Pinterest and all
Uh-huh.
the projects. But it's not really an interactive thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like YouTube is. And
Yeah.
so, but we never did do like, the MySpace back in the day.
Yeah.
We never did do Facebook. I don't do Instagram. So YouTube is really the only thing that we do. And
Yeah.
so I was very surprised to find that I would meet people who were so like minded because the number of people in Arizona that shared our mindset was very, very few and far between.
Right. Yeah,
Oh,
I remember being surprised too because I for whatever reason my perception was that it was so competitive that
mhm,
everybody was trying to grab some sort of top spot grand prize
mhm,
thing that there
uh-huh,
wouldn't be any real support. There wouldn't be any real
mhm,
connections because it was
mhm,
just cutthroat and you
mhm.
know
Yeah,
and that has just not I have not one time have I ever felt even like that's
yep,
what happens. I don't know if it's
mhm,
this niche. I don't know if it
mhm,
has to do with being more of a homestead
uh-huh,
kind of channel. So
mhm,
maybe it's like that in other, maybe it's like that for gaming channels, or maybe it's like
mhm,
that for the law and crime channels. I mean,
mhm,
as a matter of fact, I know from being a follower of Peter Tragoset, Lawyer, the
mhm,
law and crime channel, like they get real uh persnickety if you show like a clip, if there's a trial that's being
uh-huh,
televised or broadcast, but you show a clip of theirs in a stream. Oh my
uh-huh,
goodness. I mean, they'll have the video shut down.
huh,
So
mhm,
even though you could go to like 100 different YouTube channels and
yeah,
watch that same coverage being
mhm,
broadcast because it's the one from their channel. Maybe it's not like that so much now, but I know some of these high profile cases, there was a lot of stink about using
Huh.
any of their footage. So
Hmm.
I
Yeah, I've
think I'll
never
talk
done
to,
that. I haven't mastered even the downloading. I think the Vineyard Chicks were showing people how you can download the background music or something on their
uh-huh,
shorts.
uh-huh.
And I've already forgotten how to do that. Like I'd have to go
Oh.
back and watch it again. But they were showing how to do that. So I don't know how to do any of that. All of our background stuff is just our stuff.
Yeah. Well, again, then that just saves you from any of the hassles of
Yeah.
somebody getting in a tizzy about it.
Yep.
Um,
Hmm.
all right. Make sure I haven't missed anything in the chat. What's your least favorite thing about YouTube?
Um, the censorship.
Okay.
Hands down.
Yep.
There are my husband and I have talked, and while I share herbal things on my channel, I do try to keep it somewhat benign. There's things I would love to do, but I don't want to have to worry about YouTube censorship in that fashion. And
Yeah.
there's, a lot of things that we can't say or we can't comment on. Like earlier when I was, doing my back way of saying, what I was trying to say earlier about concern about job security at that time
Yeah.
due to changes. You see all of the ways that I'm saying this without saying it
Yeah.
because I don't want to just say it and put
Yeah.
anybody at risk.
Yeah.
So there's those things.
Oh, there's certainly
Um,
things that I don't talk about that are very
mhm.
important to me and that I
Yeah.
have really strong opinions about just
Yes.
because because I don't want to
Mhm.
strike and I don't want,
Yep.
I mean, I don't
Yep.
want to say I worry about what people think, but
Mhm.
I don't want to not take into consideration that it
Yep.
could cause a problem for somebody. But the bigger
Yep.
issues are, I don't want to get a strike
Yep.
from YouTube for
Yeah.
something I believe. Now
Yeah.
I've been
And
a little
that's such
more.
a sad thing. I wrote a song called Veterans of the USA where I spoke to that a little bit.
Uh-huh.
People, I don't know. We've kind of over the last several years, a lot of people, maybe not our inner circle, right? Like our inner circle um, stands
A little
strong
more
in
grounded. Yeah.
and
Oh
what
yeah.
their beliefs are
Yeah.
and says this is where I draw the line. That doesn't look right to me. And maybe we're not telling everybody where we stand, but you can decipher it in some form or
Yeah.
fashion.
Yeah.
But such a large percentage of the company, or not the company, but the
Country.
country has really just gone along with things
Yeah.
and said that they had to do
Yeah.
this or
Yeah.
they,
Yeah.
when and the truth is nobody has to do anything.
There's a
You can
choice.
always
Yeah. Oh
stand
yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I bite my tongue a lot. I feel like I bite my tongue a lot.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I have to be. You just gotta be careful, and then you don't want to say anything, and anybody who doesn't know you could also
Oh
interpret
yeah.
it completely
And
wrong.
then start off on the wrong foot for sure. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah.
Hey, so David, do you like that? David posts, this is me coming in late. So let's put it on the screen for everyone to see. Hey, there's no late here. It's always a come and go stream. I'm here for a couple hours at a time. So it's
Hey,
not like
David.
someone has to be here for the whole stream or it didn't serve a purpose. I'm just
Mhm.
tickled to have you here. I'm always excited to have you here anytime you're here. So thank you for being here. Um, let's see. Goals for the channel. What do you hope? What do you see yourself representing on YouTube in the months or years to come? What do you, in the grand scheme, what do you want your channel to be? What is your ultimate goal for the channel?
So what we are really striving for, my family, and I'm speaking for my husband and I, and then our grown kids and their family, we are striving to just have a self-sufficient lifestyle. When we moved here, like I mentioned, my daughter was, due to have her baby in 3 weeks. So I was looking at off grid land and ready to do that. But my kids were already doing that. They'd been off grid for 3 years with two babies. And now their third was on the way. And so self sufficiency is a huge piece of that. Um, just in choosing how you live, what you eat. And I hope that we encourage other people to live their lives the way that they really want to. I think some people, they think that they're stuck. They're stuck in a job, they're
Yeah.
stuck in a house, they're
Yeah.
stuck in a town, they're
Yeah.
stuck in a state.
Yeah.
And everything really does come down to choice. Granted, might not be an easy one.
Yeah.
How is it going to be to continue living where maybe you're not feeling like you're living your fullest life? You've got one chance at this,
Nice.
one chance to live your fullest life, whatever that means for that person.
And sometimes it can change. You may start out and believe that this is where you're meant to be, or this is what you're supposed to be doing. And then
Yes,
it should be that as we grow and we meet new people and we learn new things about the world and about ourselves, that sometimes we realize, oh my goodness,
happy. You're so right.
Here's what I need to be doing. Epiphany. Yeah. And that can sometimes be.
Some of those things that you felt like you needed to do when you were younger, when you felt like you were right where you were supposed to be, like when I was getting my degree, I can remember having other, and I was an adult student when I got my degree. So I was a mom, I was, a wife, mom, business owner with my husband. It was pretty crazy times, but I remember some of the younger students crying outside of a classroom because they're afraid they failed the test. And I'm saying, like, well, don't be upset. Like, are you doing what you think you're supposed to be doing? Like, this is it. They're going to grade on a curve. Maybe the rest of us failed too. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes it's those things though that help you redefine or hone in more on what it is you're supposed to be doing. Maybe you learn that this isn't your gift, that this isn't your strength.
Yeah.
And it'll maybe, motivate you to look into something else where you can still, use what you have to have the life you want and maybe hopefully improve other people's lives. So
that's right.
Yeah, that's exciting. Right. That's exciting. Yeah. What is something you always keep in the back of your mind then when you're making a video or you're thinking about what you want to do for your next video? Is there something you keep in mind knowing that people are going to be watching what you upload?
Gosh, so I'm usually thinking like the next couple of videos ahead.
Okay.
I'm not thinking like, farther down the line than that. I don't know, maybe I should be, but I'm really not at this point. But I was driving along here where we're at and looking out on my property, and everything got so green so fast. So here's an example. I need to do a video of just the spring colors because that is one thing I never realized, and this sounds silly, but being from Arizona most of my life, I never realized how many shades of green there. And it's funny because I was like, honey, can you believe all these shades of green? He's like, I was just thinking the same thing. And then the next day, my daughter, I was talking to her and she said it to me. So we're all thinking like, wow, look at all the different shades of green. So I don't know. I'm just thinking of sharing things that we find interesting or maybe a different perspective at looking at things, sharing how to do things maybe that people don't know how to do. And I feel that they might have value in learning or seeing, like, I don't know, the foraging. I try to do a lot of things with food, with the herbals, and sharing some tips as much as I can without going too in depth into herbal medicine things.
Right. Do you find yourself though, since you said you usually only think a video or so out, but do you find yourself then with each video that, oh, that's pretty much the same thing you thought before?
Yeah.
That's still pretty much.
It's a consistent theme.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
so
the
you
things
don't really,
I like.
I don't think you have to think out a certain number of videos if you're finding that over time, that's still what you want to be true to, that's still where you want the focus to be or what you want people to take away from it. I'm enjoying reading some of the comments here about people connecting with the earth and being off grid. And this was an interesting comment to me. I'm not much of an off grid person, but I remember one of the happiest times I ever had was when I lived in the plains of Argentina. All I had were 2 bags and that was it.
Do you know that in Japan, they actually write prescriptions for forest therapy?
Wow.
We are intended to be in nature.
Again, it was all put here to heal us.
Yeah.
Somebody figured out how to synthesize stuff way back when. And it's like
Mhm.
we forgot all of a sudden,
Yep.
oh, wait a minute, I can grow that myself.
Yeah.
I
And
can
there's
I can create that myself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. And there was I used to follow it and listen to what these people said a lot, but there was an institute called I think it was the Heart Math Institute or Heart Brain Institute, something like that. And they were actually measuring the conductance, the I'm an engineer, guys, bear with me for a minute. So they were measuring the conductance, the electrical conductance that might be related to a tree.
Uh-huh.
So they would measure a human and then measure them after they've been touching a tree in some fashion for a certain period of time.
Uh-huh.
We're impacted by our country, or I'm sorry, I was reading that, by our relationship with nature more than what we even really understand and have, measured and all of this. And
Yeah.
and we don't need, I mean, we don't necessarily need to know this. We know it by how we feel. And I think that's what he just spoke to is kind of just it's how we feel. Like we don't always need to, and I'm going to make this like real basic, but you don't necessarily need to take your blood pressure to know that your blood pressure is low. For
Yeah.
anybody who's, I feel like our age group knows about
Yeah.
this blood pressure stuff
Yeah.
because you're going to feel dizzy, lightheaded, weak, right? Um, so, I mean, there's a lot of things. You don't necessarily need a thermometer to tell you have a fever when you know that you're hot as heck and you've got a hot head. You know you have So I think that there's so many things related to humans in their interaction with nature that maybe isn't measured or quantifiable in that sense, but we feel it. So if you want
Well,
to get healthier, you've got to try to get yourself into nature.
I
That's
remember, so I've been an animal lover my whole life, and it didn't matter. I mean, I caught bugs, I caught snakes, I caught spiders as a
Mhm,
kid. If it
mhm,
was living and it would be still long enough for me to touch it and handle it,
mhm,
and have always enjoyed that. And I remember, I mean, it's been a long time ago now, when studies, I guess, were really starting to become more mainstream about relationships with animals and the therapeutic
mhm,
benefits of that,
mhm,
and learned that petting a cat petting
mhm,
a cat can
mhm,
reduce blood pressure and lower cortisol levels
mhm.
and bring heart rates down. Now, obviously, if you got a wild cat and it's got claws and it's a kitten
Mhm.
and it's not that. It means
Yeah.
a cat that's relaxed. So
Yep.
it's almost like you're
Or a dog.
absorbing the energy or the
Mhm.
or the peacefulness of the cat, because the
Mhm.
cat is peaceful because you're petting it.
Yep.
That's therapy for them, and that
Mhm.
just, it's a symbiotic thing. And I
Mhm.
know in my time as a community relations director for a retirement center in Fort Worth years and years ago, would arrange once a week to have a music therapist come in,
Mhm.
and it was like performing, but it wasn't about performing, because we had so many residents that they didn't know their names. Their families would come to visit. They didn't know who they were. They
Aw.
couldn't remember to take their medicine or to take a bath. They couldn't
Yeah.
remember to eat. But
Mhm.
this music therapist would come in and play music from, the 20s and the 30s, because these were senior people at the time. This was
Mhm.
like back in the late 80s, early 90s. And
Mhm.
these people, they knew every word. They
Oh
didn't miss
my
a beat.
goodness.
Their whole demeanor changed. They were
Oh,
completely connected
wow.
and rejuvenated, while it was happening, while the music was happening. Now, as soon as the music therapist would leave, it was profound to me that they would kind of be right back where they were before again, just kind of lost and not
Hmm.
able to really connect.
Yeah.
And again, that, I think, explains part of my love for music. I mean, that's my
Mhm.
other thing, animals and music. I just think those
Mhm.
two things were literally created to
Mhm.
provide comfort and healing
I
and
think you're
peace.
right. Absolutely.
And I I just don't know how we got so far off track
Mhm.
that
Great
it
discussion.
all
I'm enjoying
oh
it.
my gosh, that it all turned into, what can we mass produce the
Mhm.
cheapest way possible, but charge the most money possible for it,
Yeah.
and make it impossible to get, because you got to go through hoops and you have to have a prescription and you've got to have a consultation and an exam before
Mhm.
you can even talk about maybe
Mhm.
getting the benefits of it.
Yep.
And it's just kind of turned me off in general to Western medicine for the most
Yep.
part.
Yep.
Um, and I think back to my days teaching prepared childbirth, and I was
Mhm.
really, um, intrigued at how many doctors, because it meant for me, I got to assist with a lot of deliveries, and a lot of times even the doctors would ask me to do things for them while I was just there to help the mom and the dad.
Mhm.
And I had several doctors ask me over the years, have you considered becoming a midwife? And in
Mhm.
my mind, I remember maybe it was the time I grew up, maybe it was the place I grew up. That was
Mhm.
almost taboo.
Mhm.
There was something, you're being irresponsible if you don't just go to the hospital to have your babies.
Uh-huh.
You have a licensed
Oh my goodness.
obstetrician. It's got to be
Yeah.
somebody that's been in school for 10 or
Yes.
12 years, or you're
We had
putting
some
yourself in
family members that were
danger.
not happy with
Oh
my
my
daughter
goodness.
having that
Uh,
unassisted home birth.
and
We had
and
some.
even for me, all of my deliveries went so beautifully. I would have been a
Mhm.
great candidate for home birth,
Mhm.
and I wish I had felt like that was allowed. But
Mhm.
it didn't even really occur to me until I would have doctors come to me to say, have you considered being a midwife?
Yeah.
Only because they saw the
Mhm.
connection I had with their patients.
Yeah.
And people, I had doctors that would come to me and say, I don't know what you did or how you did it, but her blood pressure was
We
out of
need more of
control
those.
before you got here.
Like, you should think about doing it now.
That's always been in the back of my mind.
Mhm.
And if I really didn't have a lot of other things going on that I love doing,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think I would love to take that on. I
We
miss
had a
it.
heck of a time. We looked. We couldn't really find anybody. I mean, we only had 3 weeks too,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, and that's not like just getting a new grocery store.
Mhm. Yeah, so we just did it. My daughter, her husband, and I just she had the baby, and yeah,
Like women have been doing for thousands
they
and
had
thousands of
all
years.
of the equipment, and we had a really good book. There was a book that was amazing that really shared everything that we kind of went through, because
Uh-huh.
we were like referencing the book. We had both read it. All three of us had read
Uh-huh.
it ahead of time,
Uh-huh.
but we were still referencing it
As it
while
was
she
happening.
was
Yeah.
go in delivery,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and even post delivery,
Yeah.
because delivering the
Well,
afterbirth is
I
really
mean, I
important
I
too.
had to write a 200-page thesis just to
Mhm.
become certified to teach
Mhm.
about childbirth. So
Uh-huh.
I felt like and I'd already had 4 babies by then.
You
And I
should
felt like,
do
oh my
it.
goodness, all this stuff that was just naturally
Mhm.
happening for me.
Yeah.
I was still learning as I went. So again,
Mhm.
it's in the back of my mind. It's in
Yeah.
the back of my mind.
Yeah. Canadian Family Life, she said she's always wanted to be a midwife. You really should. They're really needed. There's not enough of them, or even a doula.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh my goodness, yeah.
like, look into that and consider doing that,
I
because
will. I will. Well, and over
Mhm.
the years, I have looked into it. There are programs close to me. They're
Mhm.
affordable programs. It's not
Mhm.
like a huge long term study period. And again,
Mhm.
I'd like to think that I might have an advantage because I've
Mhm.
had a lot of
Yeah.
babies myself. I've helped with a
Yeah.
lot of babies
Yeah.
being delivered myself. And
Mhm.
I don't think it would be uncomfortable or foreign to me, but I don't even know how
Mhm.
we got to talking about that. Except that, yes, I'm enjoying this conversation too.
Yeah.
Because again, I just connect with you because you really have a vibe
Mhm.
about our relationship with the earth and
Mhm.
each other. Just our
Mhm.
relationship with
And each other.
living things
Yeah.
and just life in general,
Mhm.
and technology and social
Mhm.
media and
Mhm.
you know celebrity all of that stuff has completely robbed so many people of the blessings and the
Yeah.
joys and the opportunities for healing that can
Mhm.
come from establishing and maintaining those kind of relationships.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could do a whole live stream. We could just shoot
Oh
the
my
breeze
goodness.
on
I
that kind of
know,
stuff. I might
Kathy.
have to.
I know
I
it.
mean, again, I'm still trying to figure out what kind of a duet we could do, or if your husband
Mhm.
wants to get in on it and do a trio, we can do some kind of a trio
Mhm.
song together.
Mhm.
But back to my questions. Have you had any crazy YouTube moments? Any weird interactions with people or something weird that happened with a video upload or
Um, I had a crazy thing that happened. I won't say necessarily crazy bad, just really took me by surprise. I had a YouTube subscriber who had subscribed to our channel, and I think he still follows my channel, but we don't interact too much anymore. But he took me for a walk in Germany. He took his phone. He said, "Mountain Grandma, I'm going to show you some stuff." And he took me around, and I don't know, I guess I must have in the chat or something said Germany's beautiful. I'm sure I'll never see it, which I will not ever see it in person, I'm sure, and I'm okay with that.
Uh-huh.
Traveling is not on my bucket list.
Oh.
I'm just not one of those folks. I'm good with pictures, you know.
Okay.
Don't have a healthy fear of the ocean, and I'm not crazy about being on an airplane, especially for all that time. So
Okay.
anyways, he had taken me for a walk there, and I thought that was the craziest thing ever.
It
But
sounds amazing to
it
me.
was
So
so cool
yeah,
because it was very personalized. He's like,
yeah.
"Sweet grandma, check this out." And he's talking to me with his phone, like just videoing with his phone, even, and took me for a walk in Germany. I thought that was amazing.
Sweet. So John Pedrosa was in a live stream probably a month or so ago, and he just happened to be in downtown Riverside. I think it was Riverside, right? And he took us along,
Uh
showed us
huh.
some sights, like
Uh
so
huh.
impromptu, but so
Yeah.
awesome. And again, that's a place I've never been there. I'm sure there were a lot of people that had never been there, and it
Hmm.
and it does make it feel really special and like you're really
Hmm.
tagging along.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
It's really
I think
cool.
that's awesome.
Mhm.
Hello, Dark Lord Minute. Wanted to say hello to you. Saw
Hey
you
there,
come in.
Dark Lord
And
Minute.
hello, Two Doves, Bees, and Gardens.
Hey there.
So happy to see you guys. Yeah, I haven't been to Europe proper yet. I've been to the UK.
Mm-hmm.
I speak French and always had dreams of going to France. When I was
Mm-hmm.
in the UK, our tour director talked about how she and her husband had done a month long. Was it a month long? No, I think it was a week long. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be really crazy. A
Uh-huh.
week long trek across France on horseback.
Oh my
So
goodness.
they would ride during the day, see
Uh-huh.
sights and things, and then at night there was like a van that
Uh-huh.
followed along with them, and that was their
Mhm.
chuck wagon and a way
Wow.
for them to get a bath and
Mhm.
change their clothes. They
Huh.
would sleep, camp out, and I thought, oh my gosh, that can't even be real. Is that real?
Right?
And it seemed like a combination of everything that would be wonderful about traveling.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
um,
A Dark Lord Minute. I was thinking a week-long horse ride
yeah.
anywhere would be kind of rough.
Oh gosh, yeah. Again, so they just would ride during the day, like ride to the next town, and then
Yeah.
almost like being on a cruise ship, but you're just
Mm-hmm.
riding a horse.
Uh-huh.
Uh, yeah. So yeah, and I say Europe proper because I always just grew up thinking that France and Germany and Austria and all those things were Europe, and then the UK was its own separate thing.
Yeah.
But maybe that
Yeah,
was
and,
because it
and
was
two
before.
doves. I don't know. I don't, you know, I'm cool with the pictures and the videos and things. I don't know what to say. I With the world as crazy as it is these days, I would be really nervous about being so far from my family. You know what I mean?
Y'all
If
could all go.
like people get stuck there too,
You could all go. Pack the whole family up, and you guys take a trip somewhere.
right? That then I think I would consider it.
Okay. So now, next question: if you could collaborate with any YouTuber with whom you haven't already collaborated, who
Mhm.
would it be?
Oh my goodness. Gosh, Kathy.
Like, do you
I
have a
haven't
favorite?
collaborated with you yet.
Right. Well, again, we gotta put something together. Like, do you have? Is there a YouTuber that you've followed faithfully for a long time?
Yeah, but I don't know that I'd want to collaborate with them. Um, one thing about following the larger YouTube channels is you have this, at least I do. I'll just speak for myself. I don't know how everybody else feels, but I know that I'm just one in 1,000. Well, maybe one in
Yeah.
100,000.
Yeah.
And they don't know who I am. They don't give a rat's butt who I am. Just saying. Um, and I'm cool with that. Like I might watch them. So some people that we first started watching were Simple Life Reclaimed because they were from Arizona. Like we watched them when they were in Arizona looking for property, and Country Road Cure, for example. But I mean, I don't know. Like I guess it's different. I don't like. I enjoy seeing where they're at, what they're doing with their land and things, but I don't have a relationship with them like I do with you or other people in the YouTube community who really are my friends. So it's different.
Well, you know, and
I
I
don't know if that
initially,
answers your question.
well, it does, except that I initially kind of felt that way.
Mhm.
And when I started doing my lives and decided that I was going to be interviewing content creators to
Mhm.
share them with people,
Mhm.
I remember initially feeling kind of silly about reaching out. I'm going to use Peter Tragos again at Lawyer, you know, that channel,
Mhm.
because even at the time, I'll have to look back and see now how many subscribers he had at the time. He probably had 150,000 subscribers at the time,
Uh-huh.
but I had been following him. I was very active in the live stream chats. And
Uh-huh.
so he was familiar with me seeing my name and
Mhm.
interacting in the chats. And I thought, okay, the worst thing that can happen is he'll say he's not interested in doing an interview. That's his prerogative. I don't even have to have a
Uh-huh.
reason. There
Mhm.
doesn't need to be a reason for either one of us to want to do it or
Mhm.
not want to do it. But I sent him an Instagram message and just said, hey, I would love to introduce you to some people in my audience,
Mhm.
you know,
That's
and let them know
great.
what you're doing on your channel. And he said, sure.
Mhm.
He's like,
Wow.
he's like at 218,000 subscribers now.
Mhm.
And I'm, you know,
That's
I'm still just
awesome.
a little tiny channel, but he
Yeah.
didn't look at it that way. And so
Mhm.
I really have to try and not allow myself to assume
Good
what a
thinking,
bigger
Catherine.
channel is going to think of me. It's their prerogative if they want to
Mhm.
do it or not.
Yep.
They might get
So,
text messages from
if we're going to
millions
think
of
about it
subscribers.
like that, I would say that, okay, one of my biggest passions is herbal medicine. And I gravitate smaller channels too. Yep, sure do. So if I was going to be, asking somebody to come and maybe interview them or something like that, it would probably be somebody that like a renowned herbal medicine person.
Nice.
um, yeah, I mean, and I love, so the school that I've attended is the East West Planetary School of Herbal Medicine,
Okay.
because you get Ayurvedic, you get the traditional Chinese medicine. It's pretty awesome. Um, but they're so like that's Michael Tierra and his wife Leslie Tierra are amazing,
Okay.
and then there's Rosalie De La Forêt, which a lot of people aren't aware of. John Gallagher's awesome. There's so many. Of course, Rosemary Gladstar. I mean, I could go on with all of these people. I would love to have one of them. And I don't know, maybe you just now, because
Well, again,
here's what I would like to see. I think it would be cool for someone to come on and be like, okay, we want you to speak to homesteaders and tell them what you think. Let's tackle some of the biggies, right? If you look up cause of death for like 1800s, I'm talking like self-sufficiency, 1890s. If you look those up, you're going to see dysentery and diarrhea.
mhm,
So like, and maybe infection, maybe like a wound
yeah, from a
infection.
wound. Yeah, yeah.
Um, so let's talk about some of these things that people are going to be hit up with the most. Let's talk about pneumonia. Let's talk about, if there was a crisis in a grid down scenario. Now, mind you, I follow a preparedness lifestyle, guys. So got to throw some words
Yeah.
out there. If you're in a SHTF grid down scenario, or let's say that if medical, the whole medical field evolves in a direction where some of us aren't welcome in there for a certain reason because
Uh-huh,
we lack a certain thing,
uh-huh.
um, it would be nice to know how to treat some of these things early on before they get to the point that you need to go to the hospital.
Yep.
I would love that. That'd
Well,
be that'd be
I'm
awesome.
just going to encourage you then to get a clear picture in your mind of what you would
Mhm.
like for that collaboration to look like, and then pitch it. Send an
Mhm.
email, go to the about page of someone's channel and say, I'm a small YouTube channel, but I
Mhm.
have a big focus on this and this. I'm a follower of yours. I
Mhm.
appreciate what you're sharing with your viewers and the
Mhm.
YouTube community. I'm inviting you to come and participate with me in
I
this
would.
collaboration to get the message out for people
Mhm.
in my
Yep.
niche, in my with
Mhm.
my lifestyle or my same mindset.
Mhm.
Again, the worst thing that can happen is they'll say I'm not interested or they won't respond at all, but then you're no worse off than if you never sent
Yeah,
the email.
yeah. And when I'm listening to people talk about herbs, the hard part is, and I'm completely not this personality where I talk about things like I know everything, because none of us know
Yeah,
everything.
I
You
hope.
know what I
Yeah.
mean?
How
But
boring would that be anyway?
yeah, but you can hear some people when they start to talk about herbs, they talk like they know everything
Yeah.
and that everything is so finite. This
Yeah.
thing will poison you.
Yeah.
And while that might be true for some things, the
Yeah.
number of poisonous plants is actually very, very small.
Yep. Yep.
Um, and they'll say, "Bo, but it will if you eat or drink
Yeah.
this much of it."
Too much of it.
And it
Yeah.
probably tastes disgusting. Like,
Yeah.
who's
Oh
right?
yeah. Nature has a way to prevent that. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's the heart. You always get the people who disagree with you and things like that. That because they think they know everything. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Oh
So
yeah.
I really like to focus too on food as medicine. And a lot of people don't realize that your foods, like there are foods you could eat and you can, oh, I wished I had it right next to me. I'd show you. I've got a book like this thick on food as medicine. And you would, and it's really not nothing to just say, huh, food is medicine. How long is it going to take me? 3 years? Like I've been in, and believe me, not all of it is that way. Radishes for headaches and gallbladders, for example, there's just so many things. Really think about your foods too.
Sweet. I'm trying to
Yep.
keep up with chat
Try to
too.
watch myself. Go get myself started because
Oh, again, we could do a whole live stream. That could be something. In fact, that could be, maybe you could do like a big long, like you could do a 6-hour live stream and have several people come on,
oh,
have
that'd
their
be
little
so
spot
fun. Yeah.
and share what they know and
Mhm.
let you pick their brains.
Yeah.
And
And I
let
don't
them,
think YouTube would shut me down then. I
I
don't
don't
think.
think so. Not if you had some reputable
Mhm.
names and
Yeah.
people that obviously have a following, because for
Yep.
YouTube that means people are going to want to watch.
Mhm.
That's what it's all about for them. Are
Mhm.
people watching what you're putting
Yeah.
out?
Yep.
So speaking of medicine or food as medicine, what is your favorite kind of food?
Okay, so we lived in Arizona for a long time, and I'm gonna have to go with like Southwestern food.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Mexican food, or I don't know. We are the kind of family who pretty much all of us has our own favorite hot sauce.
Okay.
So we have a lot of hot sauces in the fridge. Bought some Amish salsa a couple weeks ago and were reminded, oh shoot, it looked beautiful in the jar, but they clearly and from our version because
Yeah.
we're used to, Arizona food,
Yeah. With some spice
Arizona
and flavor.
Mexican food. It's legit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that was like
Um,
safe salsa.
hmm Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say yeah, that's probably my favorite is
Okay.
Mexican food.
And I know
We
you
do a
have
lot of burritos.
okay. I know you have a lot of animals. Are
Mhm.
they pets? Do you also have pets? Are some of your
So
your homestead animals pets?
our homesteading animals, the goats, are definitely like my daughters, those are her babies out there. The goats are her babies.
Okay.
And chickens. We love chickens, but not our meat birds, of course. Although the meat birds too, they're due for processing, guys. And me and my husband are like, we've been feeding them, we've been taking care of them. Somebody else is going to have to do the dirty work, and then I will help with the processing of them, but not the main thing. That's
Okay. Okay. So have you processed chickens before, or have you dispatched chickens
No,
before?
this is going
Okay.
to be our first time. And I intentionally bought meat birds because for anybody who doesn't know, I'm thinking most people here probably do, but meat birds don't live. Like they
Yeah, they're not
they
meant to.
will not live if you
No,
do
they're not.
not
Yeah, they're not meant
process
to live.
them by 10
Yeah,
weeks.
I was going to say 8 weeks. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that it's so ours are 9 weeks.
Okay.
If you
Oh yeah.
process them at 8 weeks, they could possibly not be big enough yet.
Okay. Have you
But they
found
will
somebody
flat
then
out
to?
have a heart attack and die.
Yeah. Well, because
Mhm.
again, they're bred for that.
Mhm.
They're
And
not meant
I
to be long
knew
living
I
animals.
knew it was going to be hard for us, because we keep our animals.
You're connected. You're connected. They're living
Yes.
things. Yeah.
But so that's where I got meat birds. Meat birds and egg birds are different, dog face. Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Although the next chickens that we get, I would like to get Bressies because that is a meat bird slash egg bird. And then we can kind of have a little more control over when we need to process them.
Okay.
Um, and then maybe we could, comment on if they're older. I would think, after your chickens are good layers for like what, 2 years,
Yeah.
and then they start to go down, and that's probably a good time to process them. But regular hens aren't necessarily going to be your best meat birds. They're not going to have that much meat on them.
Now that's what's nice about having ducks, because our ducks, I mean, ducks can live to be 30 years old.
Really?
I don't know if they continue to lay that. Absolutely, they can live to be
Wow.
30 years old.
Oh
Same
my
with geese.
gosh. Mm-hmm.
A lot of that has to do with their diet. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people don't know how to feed geese, and ducks and geese, and they treat them like chickens, and they're completely different. It's
Wow.
completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Most of what you can do with a chicken, for a chicken, you absolutely cannot do for a duck or a goose. But most people don't know that ducks and geese can live that long, because they treat them
I
like
did.
chickens, and then
Mm-hmm.
they've got them, if they're lucky, they've got them 6 or 7 years,
Mm-hmm.
and then they lose them, and they just think, okay, ducks and geese only live max 6 or 7 years. But so our oldest duck is 7 years old now.
Uh-huh.
And then the next youngest we got the summer after we got her. I've got one of those left. And I say
Uh-huh.
one of them left because some were males that we rehomed because we had a bad male to female ratio.
Yeah.
Some we've lost because I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know a lot of what I know now about ducks, and so I wasn't
Uh-huh.
feeding them right.
Mm-hmm.
We've lost some to predators. That comes when you have
Mm-hmm.
grazing animals
Yep.
and birds,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the circle of life. They
Yep.
served their purpose, and
Yep.
everybody's got to eat. And for all I know, it was bobcats and hawks that were feeding their own babies. So
Yep.
I can feel sad, but it doesn't mean somebody's like a villain here.
Yep.
Anyway, but that's been what's nice about the ducks. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
again, my 7-year-old girl, she has a little trouble getting around now because she's still back from the first duckling I ever added to make a flock. And I
Uh-huh.
didn't know about their nutrition. So she's got some mobility issues related to
Mm-hmm.
niacin deficiencies and stuff that I didn't know about.
Mm-hmm.
But she still lays me some great big eggs almost every day.
That's
She's a
awesome.
double yolk layer a
You
lot of the
know,
time.
we might think about getting ducks. I would say I've always said ducks, they're kind of messy,
They're
but
very messy.
where we had them, we were in what we call the valley in Arizona. That's like, your greater metropolitan Phoenix area. And we had horse property there, but we had the ducks, but we only had an acre. And we were on well water. So we had plenty of water, but I mean, acres not, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe we could consider getting them here. I'm betting the babies would love them.
Oh gosh,
Our
yes.
grandbabies would
Just
probably
so
love those ducks.
just a caution, a lot of people also don't know that it can be dangerous to keep ducks and chickens together.
Uh-huh.
Chickens like to go after bugs and shiny things, and
Uh-huh.
uh, we've rescued even some ducks over the years because the chickens were trying to peck their eyes out.
Oh my
And
goodness.
lots of stories even of ducks that have
We
been
had
blinded just because the chickens don't know,
Wow.
oh, that's not a
Oh
bug,
yeah,
that's your
they'll get at
eye.
your eyeballs.
And
Yep.
if you have male ducks and you've got chicken hens around,
Mm-hmm.
the males will kill the hens because
Mm-hmm.
the chickens are not anatomically created to accept the
Uh-huh.
male's parts. Males
Yeah.
have,
Yeah.
yeah, big parts that
Huh.
have to go into the
Yeah.
female, and there's no
Yeah.
place in a chicken for that to
Yeah.
go. And so again, lots of stories of
Huh.
people
Interesting.
who
We only had about 3 ducks, and we did have a lot of chickens at the time. Like, the ducks were very seriously outnumbered. I think the most chickens we had was like 40.
oh
We
wow,
had,
yeah,
we had this massive chicken coop, hand built, mind you, that was down along a fence line, and we would let them free range.
yep,
We'd open the coop door and let them all out to go do their thing. And we had 3 ducks. And they had their little area
yeah.
outside of the coop. And they
And
had their own place, but
yeah,
they
and I
never
think if
messed
they're
with
out
each
free
other.
ranging and there really is enough space for
Uh-huh.
everybody to get away, if they need to get
Yeah.
away, it's not
Yeah.
as big a deal. But
Maybe
people that
that's
are penning
why.
them up together at night, stuff
Yeah.
like
And
that,
see,
just some really
where we're
tragic
at
stories.
now, we would have more of a concern for predators than we did there.
Oh, uh-huh.
So good share. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing
Yeah.
that.
So just a little
Mhm.
FYI there.
Yeah.
Let's spin for another prize. Are you okay with
All
that?
right.
All
Yeah.
right,
Let's
let's
do it.
spin for another prize. Again, hello, Bud Files. Thanks for being here today. Hello,
Hey,
Lee
Bud
at First
Farmer.
Floor Audio. Thank you for being here today.
Hey,
All right,
everybody.
we're going to spin for another prize. Oh, is that flickering on y'all's screen or just mine?
No, I see it too.
Oh, that's weird.
It is weird.
Let's see. Let me take it down and put it back up again. I don't know if that'll change anything, but Okay. So
There we
let's
go.
spin. We still have the water bottle. We still have a $15 Amazon e-card and the Key Smart holder. It looks like the Key Smart holder is coming up now. All right. So let's do hashtag key.
Okay.
Hashtag key in the chat if you want to. And let me show you again. Here, I'll make myself. Oh, that's weird. I don't know why that's extending over into the other screen. Oh, it's this one. Okay, let's get that out of the way. And I'm just going to show you guys right quick. So I've got a black, this is the Key Smart expandable key holder. If you weren't here at the very beginning of the stream, hello, Erica Olson. Thanks for being here today. If you weren't here at the very beginning of the stream, we bought a whole bunch of these for stocking stuffers for all the grown-ups in the family several years ago. And then Christmas got canceled. So I put them away, forgot where I put them, and then came across them here just a month or so ago. And I thought, okay, we'll just give them away. So I've got a red one, a green one, a black one, and a blue one. So if you are the winner, you can just let me know which color you want. Let's take that off of there. So hashtag key. We have 17 people in the chat. We have, oh, let me get back to the 17 people in the chat, only 6 entries. So if you would like a Key Smart key holder, again, if you are in the continental United States, you'll get whatever the prize is. If you're not, you'll get a $15 Amazon e-gift card, just so we don't have the nightmares that we had trying to get stuff shipped to people far away the first time we did lots of prizes. Let's see. I can keep asking you questions while we're waiting for more responses there. Do you consider yourself more of an introvert or an extrovert?
Introvert.
Okay. If you were famous, what would you be famous for?
I'd like to be famous for songwriting.
Okay, I love it. I think we talked about that before. And you've got some songs written. You just don't have them published, right?
Just only one. I had one done at a recording studio because it was a song that I had written for a friend of ours who has cancer. And her sister is also these are friends that are like family.
Okay.
And her sister had written a poem. Then the main part of the poem was she was just praying, God, you can't take her yet. And I thought that was a great line for a song. And I used her poem, did
I've
a
seen
lot
that
of
video.
tweaks to it.
I have seen that video of you performing that. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. All right, we've got 7 entries now from the 17 people in the chat. Again, if you want to get in on this Key Smart key holder, expandable key holder, so you can get a lot of keys in this one simple little doomahickey here. What do you watch most on YouTube?
Mostly I'm watching all of our friends' channels.
Okay.
So most of the people I follow are homesteaders.
Okay.
So yeah, just all our friends, everybody. I try to be a really strong support to the community and help everybody get their watch hours in. And yeah.
Sweet. Do you watch much TV?
What I watch.
Do you watch much TV or any streaming services?
No, not really. We're not really big on TV watching.
Okay. I've been watching movies on Amazon Prime during my little break, my little YouTube break. And that's been fun because that's just really felt like the laziest, most self-indulgent thing I can do is just binge movies on the TV, because otherwise I don't have a lot of time for that. But I just started also watching last year's season of The Amazing Race. So I watch Amazing Race and I want to be on the show. So every year that I watch it, I want to be on the show so bad.
What is it?
And I want to be on the show with my oldest son, Ty, because he's brilliant and he's strong and he can figure out any kind of puzzle, and he's very musically gifted and he's good at math. He just would be a great problem solver and puzzle solver. And
What is Amazing Race?
It's pairs of people. It's not
Uh-huh.
always people that know each other. Some seasons they've had like strangers come and get paired up, and they
Uh-huh.
literally fly them all around the world, and they have to, go through challenges and solve puzzles or
Really?
perform
How
uh,
fun.
cultural songs or dances or something from the countries they're visiting.
Oh my
And then at
goodness.
the end of the show, if you make it through the whole show and you come in first on the last leg, you win $1 million.
Wow. That is
So,
cool.
they've been to places in the world that I know I'll never see. I
Mhm.
know I'll never get to go to
Uh-huh.
95% of these places.
Hey,
But
you
the
know what
places,
though? I had somebody tell me there was an area in Arizona and this family lived, and they loved it because they said it was just like Greece. Like this particular little area
oh,
reminded them of Greece.
wow.
So I look at it like this. If you just enjoy the area that's around you,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
probably a
Oh,
mirrored
Oh
location
goodness,
somewhere.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, and you can, life is what you make it.
It
So
is.
I don't want to be on the show because I don't like where I live or I wish I
Mhm.
was someplace else.
Yeah.
Just I one of the things I love about traveling is seeing places that like ancient places, like
Oh yeah,
places that
that's so
remind
cool.
me that here in America, in the United States, we are nothing. We are a little
Such a
speck
baby
in the
society.
in
Yeah.
the map of history. Yeah, we're
Uh-huh.
just newborns here
Uh-huh.
compared to virtually every
Mhm.
other country you can visit.
Yeah.
That really struck me when I was in the UK, and we would see
Mhm.
ruins, like ruins from churches that were built
Mhm.
in 900 something.
Mhm.
I thought, whoa, that what do
Yeah.
I even do with that? How do I
So
even
true.
process that
That would be
information? So
cool. That would be I hope that you get to do that, Kathy. You need to try.
yeah, well, you kind of have to have a gimmick. There've been lots of
Mhm.
mothers and sons. There've been lots of twins. There've been lots of fathers and daughters, and lots of both of the people are dentists, or
Mhm.
both
Yeah.
of the people are YouTubers, or both of the people were on Big Brother. So I think
Mhm.
it's probably really competitive to get on the show. But again, I just look at that and think, just what a beautiful way to be reminded of how we need to be humble about who we
Mhm.
are and what
Yeah.
we know and what we think we know,
Yep.
because we really aren't anybody compared to
Mhm.
just the
Mhm.
volumes of
Yep.
history and knowledge and wisdom that some of these other countries
Mhm.
have, but because they've been around so long. All right, let's spin for our key smart key holder. Let me put up my email address. I'm just using this one that tells you how to contact me if you want to be on the show, but just grab that for Nora the Stock Explorer. So
Congratulations,
Nora, send
Nora.
me an email with your snail mail address so I can get this sent to you. And let me know what color. Let me know what color you want. Blue. It's like royal blue, black, red, and kind of Kelly green. Those are the colors we have available. All right, let's get back to a couple of more questions.
You're good. You got good questions.
Do you consider yourself more artistic or more analytical?
Artistic.
Okay. And yet for your job, for your work, I think you must have a good balance of that, because
Yeah, I
although maybe
do.
there's some art in that. Is it
Mhm.
bioengineering?
Yeah, biomedical engineering.
Biomedical engineering.
Mhm.
Maybe there
Mhm.
is an art element. I think there's a lot
Mhm.
of art in science in general. Math and
Mhm.
science are very, I
Yeah.
think, artistic in general.
Uh-huh.
So
Mhm.
maybe it's just not something real obvious to me. Maybe there's
Mhm.
more of an artistic
Mhm.
element to that as well.
There can
Obviously,
be.
because of your music, I would consider you artistic. But again, even gardening can have
Mhm.
elements of both, I think.
Mhm.
You've got to
Yeah.
be.
And the herbal medicine too, because I get to make my own. That's what I love. I love to just be
Again,
able
see,
to
and I
do.
think I still think of that as a very equally
Mhm.
artistic, analytical
Mhm. Yeah.
endeavor.
Yeah.
You have to understand the science behind,
Yeah. Fun balance.
behind the nature, behind the
Mhm.
combinations of
Though I
elements.
have to say, with what I do for a living, I don't. So I have some freedom to be able to. I oversee study trials for devices.
Okay.
So I have some freedom to, you know, create. So I like to create graphs and things. I know, guys. Like charts and spreadsheets. That's one of my fun
Woohoo!
things.
Well, there's some analytical exercise for you then.
But it's kind of artistic.
Yeah. Well, and I think again, it's almost like when I said earlier, life is what you make it. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
you can find the art. You
Mhm.
can find the beauty in it. Again,
Yep.
that's part of why I like bugs and
Mhm.
spiders so much, because that
Yeah.
it's art. It's
Yep.
beautiful. It's decorative.
Mhm.
It's meant to it's meant to make you feel something. Now,
Yeah.
unfortunately for some people, it makes them feel fear.
Yep.
It makes them feel dread.
Yeah.
But I just look at it and think, oh my goodness, who knew this little
Amazing.
thing had all these colors on it, or all these
Yeah.
little tiny hairs
Oh my
on it?
gosh, and the Midwest has the prettiest bugs. Like
Uh-huh. Oh gosh, yeah.
my husband and I used to have a pest control company. So
Okay.
I'm actually like a licensed pest control technician.
Okay. Okay. What have you not
Um,
done?
but so I have that appreciation for bugs too, but
Yeah.
not to say I like all of them, but
Yeah. Well, and again, it's about balance, and you have to have a
spider
healthy
webs are
respect.
cool too, doves.
Yeah, you have to have a healthy respect, and
Yeah,
uh,
absolutely.
but
They
I
have a
think
place.
everything but mosquitoes serve a
Erica
purpose.
Olson, they're fine outside.
Yeah. Again, and I just
100%.
I really am a believer that everything serves a purpose, but
Mhm.
I've always struggled to continue to struggle with what is the purpose of mosquitoes. I just don't. They're not pollinators, I don't think.
Mm-mm. I
They're
don't know
just
what their purpose
I
is.
don't
That's a
know.
good one.
They
You got
don't I don't
something
think they
now.
feed on, you know, dead things or
Wait, don't bats eat them?
oh,
So
I think they
they're a
do.
food
That's true.
source.
So, yeah.
Mhm.
So maybe okay. I don't know if that's enough. We don't have any bats here. Maybe I should put up a
Yeah.
bat house. That would be awesome to have some bats here. Yes, love. Well, I just again, I kind of like anything that has to do with
Mhm.
spiders. I just think they're fascinating. And okay, so here we go. I'm off topic again. Um,
I'll go right with you off
ah,
topic, Kathy.
so do you have another video in the works now that's about to be put together and uploaded for us? And can you tell us what it is?
So I told you about the lotion, the cocoa butter
Uh
one,
huh.
because I need to use up some more of my cocoa butter.
And you told
Um,
me about maybe the before and after
Oh my gosh, we're
that you
talking
were at
about
a
my
house.
projects. So for anybody who doesn't know, I do weekly lives on Tuesdays for 7F. It's 7F goal setting. 7Fs being like family, fun, finances, fitness, future. What's the other F?
Faith? Is it faith?
Faith.
Yeah.
Yes. The most important of all. Good heavens. So it's about just goal setting and keeping everything. So I have tons of projects that are in the works that I want to learn how to make glycerin based soap using the hot process method. So there's cold process soap and there's hot process soap and there's
Okay.
melt and pour soap. And
Okay.
melt and pour soap is a glycerin based soap that's made from a hot process glycerin soap. I want
Okay.
to learn how to make that. So that's something that I'm going to be doing.
Okay. So we'll be watching for that.
Yep.
And looking at your comment, Dogface. So we have new neighbors that just moved in just to the north of us here, and it was really impressive because a couple of months ago, a man came to our door, knocked on the door. If I'm home by myself, I typically don't even answer the door if it's not someone I know or that I was expecting, which I probably don't have to be like that because
Mhm.
I don't know that they would try anything on me with the dogs inside
Uh-huh.
barking and
Yeah.
making their presence known. But
Mhm.
Richard was here too, so we opened the door, and it was the neighbor, the man. It's a man and his wife and their two girls. And he said, I was just coming by to introduce myself because we just bought the house just to the north of you guys where
Oh, yeah.
John and Allie, our neighbors John and Allie, have lived this
Mhm.
whole time. And I just wanted to say hi and
That
let you
was
know that
nice.
we'll be moving in. And I thought, wow, who does that anymore? So I
Yeah,
was really impressed.
that is nice.
And so his wife was there getting some stuff moved in a weekend or two ago, and I saw her in the backyard. I really wanted to go over and meet the dog because he had told us about the dog,
Uh-huh.
and I hadn't seen them there yet. And when I did see him, I didn't see the dog, but
Mhm.
I saw the dog, and I thought, okay, well, here's my chance. I'm going to go over and meet the wife, and I saw one of the daughters. Both of the daughters were there, and the dog. So I
Mhm.
told her after we visited for a little while, I said, I just make a note. I am the official snake and spider relocator here. So if you
Mhm.
see something, please don't please don't feel like you gotta dispatch it. Call me, send me a picture of it, something, and I'm happy to come over and catch it and put it on
Mhm.
our property or move it someplace so that you don't have to be freaked out and you don't have to do something that's going to stress you out even more and potentially get you hurt. So
Mhm.
uh, anyway, so yeah, I tend to not except mosquitoes, man. I don't relocate, y'all. I admit I
Yeah.
don't relocate mosquitoes. They're going to be still long enough for me to dispatch them. They're
Yeah.
moving on to mosquito heaven.
Yeah.
And now, so my final question:
Hmm.
you're stranded on an island.
Okay.
What three things do you want to have with you? And there's no rules about what the things can be. If it doesn't make sense, that's not, you can still say you want to have it with you. So you're
Hmm.
stranded on an island. What three things do you want to have with you?
Okay. Do I get to have my husband or is he a thing?
I
Okay.
mean, it's again no rules.
Oh, okay. So my husband's not a thing, but I got to have him. And then probably a hatchet or an axe of some sort. However, I'm sure he'd be the one to figure which one we'd be taking. And probably a tarp.
Okay, so you've got a way to get some food and get it
Hmm.
processed, and some way
Hmm.
to make some shelter, and
Yeah.
then a way to have some moral support and companionship.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I just like asking that question because sometimes the answers I get are, they range from, well, I want to have my family.
I've
Yeah,
watched
again, there's
Survivor, so
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. To I want to have a computer with a way to
Mhm.
power it. Oh, okay. To
Well,
I
that's
want
not
to have
gonna
a
do
boat. I want to have a boat. So I just love seeing
it.
how people's
I
minds
took
work.
it
And
real, Kathy.
yeah,
I
yeah.
took
Well,
it
and that's what I
real.
did. I almost felt silly about what my own answers would be the first time someone really stepped outside the box
Uh-huh.
compared to how I was looking at it. I
Uh-huh.
thought, oh, that's right. Okay, and that's what I said. There's no rules. Let's just see
Yeah.
where your brain goes with it.
Yeah.
So, do you have questions? You got questions for me? Do you guys in the chat have any questions for Tammy? I called
So
my yeah. Look at this. I
let's
called a
see.
woman my favorite thing once. Massive mistake. Apparently, women aren't things.
Maybe she was just touchy dog face.
Yeah, it was just that
So
time.
I say this because in the song that I wrote for my friends, what she did not have in her poem about her sister that I knew was her sister had given her a coffee cup that said, "You're my favorite." And my friend said, "Favorite what?" And she said, "Favorite everything." So I put that in the song that I wrote for them.
Sweet. Yeah. So
Mhm.
yeah, look at it that way. That's
Yeah.
going to be your comeback, dog face. If something like that comes up again, you're my favorite everything.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
you
put it
go.
in perspective.
Mhm.
Yeah, so while you're hanging out, I'm going to get some random questions up. We're going to spin. There's two more prizes we're going to spin for. Welcome back, Akashi Chris.
If there was a bump in the middle of the night, I would wake up my husband.
Okay, yeah. So in the chat, tell me if there was a bump in the middle of the night, what would you do? I'll already tell you when I hear a bump in the middle of the night. Well, first I lay there to hear if I hear it again and I can figure out where it came from or sort of figure out already what it might have been because we have cats for one thing. And so a lot of times bumps in the night it's a cat that just knocked something off of the counter or
Uh-huh.
was going into the little cat door into the closet where the litter box
Mhm.
is or something. But then I get up.
Mhm.
Now I get up because I know I'm going to have at least two of the dogs go
Mhm.
with me to wherever I'm
Yeah.
going. So I'm
Yep.
thinking, okay, no, I'm covered here. If I'm
Yep.
going to come upon something that's bumping in the night that might not be real safe, well, they're going to have to contend with these
Mhm.
beasts,
Mhm.
but I'm just too curious to not go
Mhm.
explore.
Yeah.
So let's see what else. Okay, so Dark Lord Minute.
I got to share a funny story about what happened last night.
Uh-huh.
So we were going to bed. I was out in the living room. Hubby was in the room watching TV or something. And I was, you kind of putz around and you do stuff. I had been crocheting. So I'm working on a blanket for one of my granddaughters. I got the other one done, so I can't give either one of them the blanket till they're both done. Anyway, so I get up and I heard something sliding when I went in. I'm like, something's sliding out there. I don't know what it is. He goes up, he calls me out there, and he's like, "What is this?" Apparently, I had somehow or another gotten yarn tied around the bottom of my foot, and it was all over the place. I was dragging this and it had gone around something and was pulling it and I never even felt the tension. And I had at some point got it off of my foot, I guess.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I was like, something weird. It's like a sliding sound. I don't know what it is.
Well, that had a good ending then.
It did.
Yeah, and I don't think I've ever, aside from getting up and maybe I have found something broken. Again, the cats knocked something off the counter
Yeah.
and it broke, or and then I'm grateful that I heard it and I got up so that I can get it swept up before the dogs step in it or I step in it, because I'm barefoot, y'all. If I can be barefoot, if I could be
Oh,
barefoot
you guys don't have
everywhere.
scorpions? No
What's that?
scorpions in Texas?
We do. Now I don't see them here much. We
Yeah.
really don't see as many bugs as I wish we did, because I really enjoy them, because the ducks and geese eat them.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So, and now
Arizona
spiders,
country, scorpions.
yeah, I'll
mean,
find spiders like out in the front yard more often, because the ducks and geese don't go to the front yard.
so in the summer, I keep flip-flops by my bed. I'm too trained to not walk barefoot because of scorpions.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and I don't know why, the first time you get up and step in a hairball in the night with your bare feet, you would think that would have taught me.
That makes you jump.
You would think that would have taught me over time. Don't walk around barefoot, but I just love barefoot. I grew up barefoot. If I could be barefoot everywhere, I would be barefoot everywhere.
Yeah.
So
Dark Lord Minute. Oh my goodness, I'll bet.
Yeah, I would be the one to step on the broken glass if I didn't clean it up. All right. So again, anyone have questions for Tammy? Or do you have questions, Tammy? And here's another question for you in the group. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
So I am living where I would like to be.
Sweet.
Just to share.
Sweet. Yeah. I mean, I love where we are. I have dreams of a bigger property and more animals.
Yep.
More space, a bigger garden.
Yep.
On that. Rescue work.
I want to have room so that if other kids of ours want to come live on the property, they can.
Yeah.
Nice. So I would like to have more property, but I'm really digging Missouri.
Yeah.
And we don't, it's so far as I can tell, we don't have as many tornadoes here. And so
don't jinx it.
Since those are new to us, I know, right? Don't jinx it. But I like that it's not as warm. Like we really wanted to be in Arkansas. It was like our first choice, but I just couldn't find something with two homes.
Yeah.
And now that we're here, coming from northern Arizona where it was really cold, like they got so much snow. I'm glad we weren't there for it. They feet upon feet upon feet of snow. But anyways, coming from there, I feel like it was a good middle ground because it is a little bit cooler than we would have been in Arkansas. So
yeah. Well,
and we love the water. We moved near the lakes, so we're like water all around us.
Okay.
And we're living right where we want to be.
Nice. Well, I've said for a long time that I would love to be in a position to retire to Pitlochry, Scotland, just because, again, the memories I have of that place and what it represents to me. And it was just such a beautiful, peaceful, quaint place that it would just like be the opposite of being in the city and hustle and bustle. I mean, we kind of have a nice combo here because we've got some space, but we're still close to everything.
You know what we do, Kathy? And now there's a lot of people in this world now. Like there's people everywhere. But when we were in the valley and I was really, I'd been reading these books on like delivering happiness, and I'm a happy person all the time anyway, but I was really focusing on, I felt like something was wrong. I want to say wrong, but maybe that's not the right word. But we weren't living the life that really made us happy. We had to drive 3 hours to go fishing and camping. And you know what? Even though we lived on an acre and it was very green and we had horses and chickens and town came. Do you know what I mean? And then the city just got closer and closer and closer.
Yeah.
And so we started to think, well, where do we love? And when we go hunting was in northern Arizona, and we loved it up there. So our kids actually moved up there first. They bolted up there first, and my daughter was pregnant. And I'm like, I'm going to where that grandbaby's going to be. So we moved up there, and we moved where other people vacationed, and which is awesome because you ever go on vacation, you're like, how do people live here?
Yeah.
How can they live here? I was already working remote pre-COVID. And so we moved to where where we really liked it. And then, and then we moved here and we've kind of done the same thing. We're a little bit of a vacation spot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hello, Connie Cleary. Hi, sweet Connie. Thanks for being here today. You guys can keep answering about where you'd like to live if you could live anywhere. But here's the next question.
Okay.
What's the most boring sport in your opinion? And I
Golf.
I think it's golf. It's just too slow. It's too slow. I've been to like golf tournaments, the Byron Nelson and the Colonial, and that's kind of exciting because there's famous golfers there, and there's always lots of like food places and drink places, and it's beautiful and it's outside, and so that makes it nice, but it's just not. It's not. I mean, I don't follow sports anyway, so
we're not
because they're not boring, but not because they're boring, but I just think golf. It's too slow. There's too much.
My hubby likes to watch the MMA stuff, and I don't know. There's this new thing out where people just slap the heck out of each other, and that's a sport. There's rules and everything, Kathy. I don't know. Mind you, I'm over here crocheting, watching YouTube if he's watching.
Oh my goodness.
They one hand just slap the fire out of one another.
Oh no. Oh no. That doesn't have any appeal.
Even as goofy as that is, I think I'd still have to say at least it's somewhat entertaining because you're thinking, who does this?
Yeah. And maybe the gaps between action aren't quite so long as with some of the golf that I could watch. Let's see. While you guys are answering about the most boring sport, let's do another prize drawing. We still have an Amazon e-gift card and the RKR stainless steel water bottle. So let me pull that up.
Dog face. That's what we're thinking too. I mean, if you ever see it though, on TV, I mean, it's funny is what it is. I really don't understand how. I just don't understand.
And they're really slapping each other.
They just open hand slap one another in the face, and they stand across the table.
I wonder how you practice. How do you practice for that? Like,
I don't know.
That just seems, I don't know. That seems funny
I don't
to me.
know.
How would you practice?
It's so weird.
How would you practice for that? Hey, you want to come help me practice for the slap-a-thon?
Like, no.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. All right. So let's spin. You guys ready?
Yep.
All right. So Dogface has watched it. They really do slap each other.
Dogface watched it.
All right. It's an e-card. It's an Amazon e-card.
Awesome.
So let's do. All right. Let's do card 2.
Okay.
In the chat, hashtag card 2. 21 people here. Let's see if we can get lots of people interested. This is an e-card, so you'll email me to let me know what email to use to send you the e-card. Actually, Amazon will send you the e-card, and then you can use it for a purchase on Amazon. Hello, Jamie's Country Living. Thanks for being here.
Hey, Jamie. Erica Olson, don't forget the number 2 behind card.
Yes. Oh, hashtag first, Eric. Yeah. So, Erica, it's hashtag then card 2.
Yeah.
9 entries, 21 people in the chat. Let's put up another question. If you didn't have to worry about making money, what would your dream job be?
Songwriter.
Oh, good for you. Wow. I sure see a theme. I sure hear a theme. I sure hear a theme there. What would I would really do like full-time some kind of animal rescue, animal training, sanctuary animals, dogs that can't be adopted out, for whatever reason, or horses that can't be adopted out for whatever reason.
Like a nonprofit.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah.
That's how we got my little dog that just passed recently. She was a rescue dog. And there was a nonprofit who would go to the Maricopa County Animal Control Center, MCACC, and they would take pictures of the dogs that were in the euthanasia list. And
Yep.
they'd be like, guys, you got to come get them by this date. This is when
Yep.
they're going.
Yep.
And we went to get her. And when I saw her on the computer, I told my husband, I'm like, this dog belongs with us. She's a Chiweenie. I know exactly what she is. We had 2 other Chiweenies at the time, and I just love that breed of dog.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, we need to go get her. And I went down there, and when I couldn't find her at first and started crying because I thought I was too late. And when I found the people, they said, oh, she's been pulled. So then they went to check, and somebody had taken them for a walk, her and 2 other little dogs.
Uh-huh.
And when they came back, she was just spinning like chaos. And I feel like she was saying, as much as I was
You're
saying,
my person.
the
Yeah.
person's
I've
here.
been waiting for you.
Here.
Oh, how sweet. How sweet is that?
Yeah.
There's something very magical. I've only gone directly to the shelter to pull a dog a couple of times for Good Shepherd Rescue. Typically someone else pulls them, and then they come to us to foster.
Yeah.
But there's something so magical in my experience to go and pull a dog that's on the euthanasia list. Maybe they've been there a while. And some people have hangups about German Shepherd dogs. They're big, and
I love German Shepherds.
They think they're like automatically going to be an attack dog or something. And I really feel like they know. I just really, they really behave as if they know you are saving them. It's just a really magical thing.
I had to get her a collar. And so I had to leave to get her a collar. I don't know why I didn't think of it in the first place, go leave and get her a collar. And I brought it back. And when she put that collar on, she was just the proudest little thing you ever seen.
Because she knew. Sweet.
Yeah.
That's a good story. Let's see. Any other, okay. Oh, let's see. We've got 12 entries. Okay, let's go ahead and spin for this last e-card. You guys can keep sounding off on what your dream job would be if you didn't have to worry about making money.
Gosh, I want to do so many things too. That'd be so fun.
Hey,
congratulations, Dark Lord Minute.
All right. So, Dark Lord Minute, send me an email. Let me know what email address to have Amazon use to send you an e-gift card, and we'll get that sent out. Let's go back to chat now. Let's go ahead and spin for this water bottle now. We'll just go ahead and get this done.
Okay.
So let me get this.
Can I donate a prize?
Sure.
All right.
Heck yeah, sure.
Yeah. Let's do a spin for me, and you guys can get a prize.
All right. So we know it's the water bottle. So it's going to be #bottle.
Okay.
Here's the bottle again. These are the original 6 ducklings that we started our flock with. Let me make it bigger.
Aww.
These were the wines. So these ducks all had wine names. There's Zinfandel, Beaujolais.
Oh my goodness.
Bordeaux, Sauvignon, Chardonnay, and Merlot. Or no, Cabernet. Those were the first 6. When we got ducklings, after we got them, they were cheese. They were cheeses.
Oh my goodness.
Gouda, Fontina, Brie, and Roquefort. Roquefort's the only one I have left now of that little batch. And then after the cheeses were herbs. We had anise and cinnamon and saffron, and I just went through a whole. So I always do theme names when we have lots of new babies around.
Yep.
So that's the water bottle. This is the original water bottle. There's a different water bottle available now as well. So we may be giving one of those away.
Awesome.
7 entries. Let me take that banner off. And let's put up another. I think I have one more question, and then we'll do some either ors. What was your favorite subject in school?
Math.
So science. Always science, and more life science. I didn't mind chemistry and earth sciences, but I loved biology. I loved
biology too. Yeah. I loved biology and math. That's why I ended up in the degree.
Yeah, perfect match. Yeah.
Yeah. That, and I can get bored easy. So the biomedical engineering is not boring.
Well, and it's funny. I was always good at math, but I just didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I
Mm-hmm.
connected yet how it's everywhere. I
Yeah.
didn't appreciate it yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There is when I was taking math in high school, I hated this, there's this little I in, it's upper math, but it actually equals like the square root of 2. And I hated that. I hated the letter I. So you could have like 367I, and it drove me nuts. And they'd want you to do math with 367I times 2, or what have you. And I hated it in high school. But then when I had to take it again for college and that came up, it totally made sense. Hey, Carmen.
Yeah, you just
Jesus
come to
loving
appreciate it.
homesteader.
Hello, Jesus loving homesteader.
Sometimes it's just, what you're thinking of it when you take it that first time.
Yep. All right. Two Doves, Bees, and
Art
Gardens.
class.
Favorite was marine biology. Erica Olson's favorite subject was history.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to choose between science, history, and art class. Nice. Yeah, Jim counts. Whatever the
Heck
favorite
yeah, it does.
was.
I'm curious, for everybody that's mentioning their favorites, did they play out in some form or fashion with what you ended up doing as a career?
I kind of think mine did, just because I went into healthcare.
Or hobby, I guess, right?
I went into healthcare and became a childbirth educator, and that's all kind of life sciencey related.
That's an incredible story, Devin.
Let's see.
30. I'm just amazed that you kept in contact
wow.
with the professor all that time.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's part of it too. I think some of the factors that played into favorite subjects for me had to do with the teachers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I had great teachers, I feel like, for most of my school years.
I have a theory about that.
Yeah.
I think that you're right. And I think a lot of people don't like math, because if you think about math, a lot of people that are good at math are going to be really left brain people, and they might not have really great social skills. Like my
so
father
they make it
falls
weird.
into that.
Yeah.
He's an engineer also, mechanical and civil engineer, and he had a minor in physics, and he was very left brain. He doesn't like to be hugged like my dad. I can't really hug my dad.
Harder to connect. Absolutely.
It does. And I think that if you think about that, so then who's becoming a teacher?
Yeah. Well, I think for
great
me,
math teachers that might not have great people skills.
I made kind of a big transition, though, personality wise, like around the 9th grade, just before I went into high school, because up to that point I had been very reserved and bookwormish and tomboyish, and for a lot of reasons that aren't real pleasant. But I think, and then I left home my junior year of high school. And so going through my high school years, I began to figure out who I was and what I enjoyed, and what I enjoyed about other people, what I enjoyed about myself. And it opened up a whole new world to me. But I still, gravitated toward the kind of nerdy subjects in school. And but I just feel like a big part of that just had to do with, I just had some amazing teachers. I had amazing teachers for sure in high school. They were life-changing teachers. A couple of them are on Facebook, so I still keep up with them on Facebook. Wow. And just absolutely a couple of them that just literally changed my life at a time when I really needed a life-changing experience. So thank you for being here, Akashi. I love you.
Have a great weekend.
Oh, we might have to get together and share some stories sometime, Devin.
So my parents moved my graduation night from Arizona to Texas. Graduation night. And so my brothers went with them. It was just me in the state of Arizona. I was 17 at the time. And I feel like that's when I did the most growing was when I was here, there by myself.
Yeah. A big thing for me, I think high school, is that I had a choir teacher. So I was so fond of this choir teacher. I asked him to give me away at my wedding.
Goodness.
When I married my kid's dad, because I did not have a good relationship with my
Mhm.
parents.
Mhm.
And he inspired and encouraged me so much musically.
Mhm.
Just really, really supported me in
Mhm.
coming into my own as far as singing
Mhm.
and performing,
Yeah.
and he believed in me, which was not
Mhm.
something I had up till that point. I mean,
Mhm.
from maybe friends here and there, but from someone
Mhm.
in an authority
Yeah.
figure kind of position.
Mhm.
Again, just life changing.
Mhm.
Some of the teachers
Yeah.
and again, he's on Facebook. I still keep up with him, and
Aw, that's awesome.
it's kind of neat. So yeah, Devin, I might send you a text message, and maybe we can visit sometime. Let's see. All right, let's spin for this water bottle. I mean, it won't be this water bottle. This is my water bottle. You guys will get the water bottle that's still in the box. You'll get that water
An
bottle.
awesome bottle.
All right. Again, if you're outside the continental US and you win this, I will send you the Amazon e-gift card instead. But Connie Cleary, I'm pretty sure you're in the continental US.
Congratulations.
How exciting that you are going to win an official Rich Cat Ranch water bottle. So Connie, send me an email and let me know what your snail mail address is so that I can get this mailed to you.
Mhm.
All right.
So I'm going to be making some body butter. I need to make some more soap. So if you want to do another spin for
Let's do.
Mountain
Okay.
Grandma stuff,
All right. Let me get
and
back
I'll
to
put together a little goodie box.
Thank you. That is very generous of you. All right, let's do hashtag grandma.
Mhm.
Hashtag grandma. Oh, Erica was asking where in Arizona. I think she means where in Arizona were you?
Oh, so we moved from northern Arizona. We were right up by near the Grand Canyon. But we did live down in the valley in Levine for many years, my husband and I.
I'm checking out comments while we're waiting for entries. We got 6 entries, y'all. 20 people in the chat. Let's put up another. Let's do a this or that. All right, live in the past or live in the future.
Ooh, past.
And I think future. I've often said I would
Really?
love to go back and visit like frontier days back when
Mhm.
people made their own, when people were more self-sufficient
Uh-huh.
and when you could barter for
Mhm.
services or goods or things.
Mhm.
But again, the techie nerdy part of me would love to see where we end up. So I don't know if I could say how far into the future I would want to go. And I watch a lot of sci-fi
I'm a little
movies.
nervous about the future.
I watch a lot of sci-fi movies, and maybe I think about that too because maybe if I knew something about the future, it would give me a greater appreciation for the now, or it would maybe help me help other people
Yeah.
appreciate the now
Yeah.
because I don't necessarily feel like the future will be better. I'll just say
Well, with
that.
all of this AI going on, and
Ooh, yeah.
I'm on an advisory board for a university, for a university's biomedical engineering program. And I just had a meeting this last week, and they're focusing on AI for biomedical engineering students, and they're wanting to create a pathway to really focus on AI. And I'm just like, no to the AI. Can
Yeah.
we stop?
I don't think there's a way to stop it.
I think if we want to see what the future looks like, Terminator might possibly be a really good representation.
Yeah.
I say that only half jokingly. Really hope I'm wrong.
So Erica would want to go back and forth, just visit both. I mean, yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
yeah. In a great perfect scenario,
Yeah.
and then decide which one
Hmm.
is better.
Jamie, we still watch Westerns too.
I love the comments here. Yeah.
Or
Which,
iRobot, Dark Lord Minute, right?
yeah. So, yeah, Two Doves, Bees, and Gardens. If you didn't know, we did a Did You Know one day that the original concept for, I guess it was the flux capacitor, and that's from Back to the Future, right? Is the flux capacitor
I think
from Back to the
so.
Future? It was going to be a refrigerator, not that car. It was going to be a refrigerator.
How funny.
We learned that in a Did You Know? Yeah. Oops. Wow, the chat goes too fast. Sometimes I'm clicking on a spot, but then it moves because there's more comments that come in. All right, we've got 8 entries for the Mountain Grandma package.
Jamie's Country Living. I'm with you. We have John Wayne pictures on our wall, and my daughter's best friend growing up, like it's still her best friend to this day since she was in kindergarten, was over at our house all the time. She thought that John Wayne was like a family member.
That's your Uncle John?
Apparently her family did not watch Westerns.
That's sweet. That's sweet. Okay, here's another either or. A private jet or a yacht?
Oh, gosh, the two things I hate. That's a hard one.
Well, I would only say a yacht because I like the water.
I don't know. You're right. Yacht. I mean, at least I could swim.
Yeah. You're outside.
I'm problem solving worst case scenario. Private jet goes down, you're probably pretty much screwed, but I don't know, with a yacht, maybe there's still hope.
Yeah. See, Erica, that's why I say I would like to go back to, I don't know why I think Frontier Days. I'm sure it was like that before then, but I guess I'm thinking of like US. If I go back into the history of the US, it would be like Frontier Days. Yeah. When people helped each other, they would build barns together and help harvest crops and watch their kids. And all right,
maybe we would make it better because I don't know. You could pick apart history too, like
Oh yeah.
Well, none of us women would be able to own anything back then.
And again, so it still goes back to life is what you make it.
It is. Exactly.
Find the beauty where you are.
We could go back and fix it.
Yeah. Lots of yacht votes. All right, let's draw for the Mountain Grandma package. And I'll put up another either or. I'm a Mexican food lover. Two Doves Bees and Gardens.
Congratulations.
All right, so Two Doves Bees and Gardens, you can email me and I will forward information to Mountain Grandma, or her email is also, I mean, I'd like for you to email me.
You can give her my email.
Yeah, so email me and I'll put you in touch with her just so I can keep all of my records and stuff straight here. And then I'll make sure you've got their info so you can send out a package when you have all of that ready.
Cool. Right. Fun.
So all right, good. So she's on that. Okay, so where was that other banner? Where did it go? Let me put it back up. Mexican food or Italian food? So I'm a Mexican food lover.
I'm Mexican food.
If I had to eat it every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the rest of my life, it would not be a problem for me at all. And all kinds. Like, it's not just tacos, it's not just enchiladas, it's not just nachos. If it's Mexican food, if it's got the elements of Mexican food in it, I'm there.
Yep.
Yes, thank you guys for being here and being part of the phase 1 of our prize giveaways. So be here next Friday because Canadian Family Life will be my guest next Friday. We'll do some more prizes. We'll pick her brain together. Italian food vote for Jamie's Country Living. Dark Horse is Italian, so here's another Mexican food vote. Y'all can still be sounding off on that while you're thinking on this one. A sporting event or a music concert? Oh, it's a music concert for me.
Music concert.
Yeah, I don't even follow sports.
Although my husband and I, we like to go where there's not a ton of people. So maybe a bluegrass festival might be the best choice.
Well, and so Richard won a Halloween. I think that's why he won this. There was a Halloween costume contest he had at work one year. and he went as a rodeo clown. Somewhere
Uh-huh.
I have a picture of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned out, I did his makeup and he wore one of my little half aprons and
Uh-huh.
overall. Anyway, it turned out great.
Mm-hmm.
And he won the contest, and we got a suite at what's it called now? AT&T Stadium, the Cowboys Stadium.
Uh-huh.
And so we
Awesome.
got to see a game and stay in a
Very
suite,
cool.
and so that was fun. So I imagine if I got free tickets for something,
Mm-hmm.
there must be thunder in the distance, y'all, because Boone and Serena are really stressing out. Like Boone is right under my feet, and Serena is shivering and hunkered down beside me. I don't hear anything yet. I just looked at the radar a couple minutes ago. It doesn't look like it's here yet, but they must be hearing some. They must be hearing some thunder off in the distance. Live music in a small bar.
Yep.
Yeah. Remind me where you are, Devin, because Tolbert's and Grapevine, they do live music on Friday nights there. That's always really neat. You just have to get there super early, because if you wait too late, it's really crowded and there's not even a place to sit, because they're not a big place at all. It's a very, very small restaurant and bar. We got any more? Here's another. Rather be in the sport than go watch it. Oh, that's a good perspective. Jamie says music. If I really have to, since I've gotten older, I'm a homebody. Yeah, again, we don't get out much, but
Mm-hmm.
oops. Oh, I'm guessing Vicky's leaving. Dogface says a concert. Obviously, Lee is a musician who does free concerts for all intents and purposes for anyone who will go to his channel multiple times during the
Awesome.
week, but for sure on Saturday nights,
Mm-hmm.
5 p.m. Central Time. Go there, be blessed, get some healing, because that's what music does.
Mm-hmm.
And bye, Vicky. Okay, it's raining where Jamie is. Yeah, a couple. He's written a couple songs here and there, right? All right, so let's stop sharing this screen. Are you okay hanging out on the screen? We'll go through some more of our this or that's and did you knows.
Sure.
Okay. So here's another, which is so funny because Erica said earlier a time machine to do both the future and the past. And I thought, wait a minute, did she already go to the future and know that one of the questions was going to be about a time machine? Like, what does her answer mean? What is that about? So, love you, Vicky. Send me an email. I mean, I think I'd rather have a flying car.
I think I'd rather have a
I
flying
would not
car.
want to be tempted by a time machine to be spending so much time
Mm-hmm.
in other times
Yeah.
that I don't appreciate and tend to the stuff
Mhm.
that's happening in my own.
Yeah, I could see a lot going wrong with that too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's a Doctor Who thing, right? So I say flying car. And the Jetsons told us we were going to have those a long time before now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what went wrong. Now it's just electric cars that nobody told us were coming. All right, let's do a did you know while you guys are deciding if you'd rather have a time machine or a flying car. Did you know a prison in Brazil allows inmates to pedal on exercise bikes to power lights in a nearby town in exchange for reduced sentences?
No.
So when I read this, y'all, when I pasted it in here, I immediately thought of an old Gilligan's Island episode where they have a bike and they're making electricity on the island with a bike.
Yeah.
And I thought, what a beautiful practical way to make that a win-win for everybody.
Has anybody read the book Agenda 21?
No, but I'm familiar with it.
So I read the book.
Okay.
And the book is fictional, but it's based on the what's now Agenda 30, I guess.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Agenda 21, that's exactly what they had them do.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, here's another did you know. Did you know there is a hotel in Japan that has been run by the same family for 46 generations and nearly 1,300 years?
That's awesome.
Wow. Did you know wolves have about 200 million scent cells? Humans, it looks like I had a problem with my copy paste. Humans have about 200. Oh, humans have only about 5 million. Wow, I don't know how I messed that up. Well, not a good copy paste experience right there. The point is, wolves can smell a whole lot better than we can. Did you know cursing after hurting yourself can help reduce the amount of pain you feel by up to 50%?
Huh.
So we did a did you know, it's been at least a few weeks back, that being sarcastic was that right? Maybe y'all can help me remember. Sarcasm reduces cortisol in the body.
Really?
Something has some impact on stress. Being sarcastic can relieve stress by, I think that's what it was. I'll have to go back and watch some live
Interesting.
streams to see. Yeah, I was fascinated to even think. Now, I don't know where some of this comes from. Every now and then I'll get one of these did you knows and I'll think, I don't know about that. That does not sound legit, but it's fun to think about. And then our last did you know? Did you know 350 slices of pizza are sold every second in America?
I believe it.
Who knew?
And pizza actually sounds really good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then I'll
it
do a
does.
few. Do a few on this days. I want to try and get wrapped up about 4:30. So let me share my screen, because if you haven't seen when I do my on this days, be prepared for me to butcher a lot of names and place names and stuff. Oh, let's see. Let's take this off. Proven by Mythbusters.
Dark Lord Minute said, "Pizza in America sucks." Does it really? I mean, it's all I've had.
I mean, I think I've had pizza in a couple of other countries. I
I
just remember
will
it
say
always being like pizza.
I have been rather continuously disappointed by Mexican food in the Midwest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not their wheelhouse.
Oh, I've never been anywhere but America for Italian food.
That's funny. All right.
Maybe it
So,
does suck.
on this day, let's go back to the top. I was trying to get a sneak peek, y'all, so that maybe I could have a heads up on some of these words, but then it got too close to showtime. On this day in the year 357, Emperor Constantius II, I don't guess that's how you say that, Constantius II visits Rome. On this day in the year 1140, the Palatine Chapel, commissioned by Roger II and one of Norman Sicily's most important buildings, is consecrated on Palm Sunday in Palermo. I guess it became a World Heritage Site in 2015. On this day in the year 1202, King Philip II expels King John of England. I guess his nickname was Lackland, from France. On this day in 1770, British Captain James Cook aboard the Endeavour lands at Botany Bay in Australia. Now y'all see how bad my eyes are, even with my glasses. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything in chat.
Pizza in
Oh yeah.
America.
Oh yeah. We'll do some channel stats here right quick. I'll do a couple more of these. Let me just jump on ahead to the last this current century. On this day in there's a lot of on this days on this day. Okay, on this day in 2007, Cricket World Cup, Bridgetown, Barbados. Australia defeats Sri Lanka by 53 runs to win their third consecutive World Cup. Glenn McGrath was the player of the series. On this day in 2014, Craig Ferguson announces he will leave the Late Late Show at the end of 2014. More film and history. On this day in 2017, Gwyneth Paltrow, Brand Goop, and Condé Nast announced they will be launching a quarterly publication together. On this day in 2018, Danny DeVito Day was declared in Jersey for 17th of November by Mayor John Moore of Asbury Park. Oh, let's skip too many movie and film. On this day in 2019, Spanish general election, no party wins. No party wins a majority. Socialists under Pedro Sanchez win most with 29%.
Imagine that.
Game of Thrones debuted the Long Night episode with the longest battle ever screened, nearly 80 minutes, surpassing Lord of the Rings Battle of Helm's Deep at 44 minutes. Yeah, I'm a Game of Thrones fan. On this day in 2020, President Vladimir Putin warns Russia has not yet reached the peak of COVID-19 infections, with 93,000 recorded cases and 867 deaths. On this day in 2021, U.S. President Joe Biden makes a major speech to a joint session of Congress calling for a new era of government spending. On this day in 2022, Russian missiles strike Ukrainian city of Kiev during a visit by UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. All right, so yeah, let me pull up channel stats right quick if the computer will cooperate. I'm frozen here.
Uh-oh.
All right, here we go. Our friends and Texas neighbors rooted in Texas are at 848 subscribers today. This new content is updated. I just forgot to color the cells. Ordered Steps is holding on to her 1,320 something subscribers. My friend Akashi Chris, who was in the chat earlier, is at 390 subscribers today. My friend Byron at 12 Stones Ranch has lost a handful of subscribers. There hasn't been any new content in a couple of months. So again, I think those things are related. It's always something interesting to watch and monitor. My friend in Australia, Joe Hupp, is holding on to his 305 subscribers. My friend Seth the Welsh has dropped one subscriber. Again, not a lot of new content there. He's not actively growing the channel. These are channel members that I do first. Our friends Jesse and Lisa at Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa are holding on to their 1,370 something subscribers. Butler Family Farm is up to 1,100 subscribers today with new content this week, and they are still in need of 1,306 watch hours as of this morning.
Oh, okay.
Email. So you guys, please, if you didn't get a chance last Friday to crank up a playlist for them, they have an all videos playlist that you can just be running in the background while you're doing other things on your computer or while you're watching another YouTube video even. I mean, obviously I want you to watch their videos, but none of us would expect you to go and watch 1,306 hours of video straight through. But you can run that playlist, y'all. It makes a huge difference, and it will help them reach the monetization threshold of 4,000 hours. So go to Butler Family Farm and crank up a playlist for them so we can see a much lower number next Friday when he sends me an email to let me know where they're sitting. My friend Gary at Belt Loop 29 is up to 2,210 something subscribers today. My friend David Hunt, who is or was in the chat, is up to 541 subscribers today. My friend Mark at Corner Clubhouse Cobalt is up to 1,120 something subscribers today. Our friends Brian and Shirley at Just Doing Our Best are up to 1,170 something subscribers today. My friend Nick and his family at Multi-Hunter 24/7, Texas neighbors, a couple hours to the west of us, are up to 675 subscribers today. My friend Tiffany at Mud and Mascara Homestead is up to 446 subscribers today. Our friends Devin and Ryan are up to 1,120 something subscribers today. And if you missed it earlier in the stream, they are now officially a monetized channel. So please go and show them some love and support. Watch those ads, because that's how small YouTube channels initially start making money, is by you watching ads. You don't have to click on the ads or anything. YouTube just needs to see that the ad was in front of somebody who looked at it. So let the ads run and go and be a part of their journey here and join their little family. Do all the YouTube things: like, comment, share, subscribe. Be sure, let me put up my little reminder. Be sure you always watch a video or two that's at least 3 minutes long when you go over to subscribe. If you just subscribe and then you never go back and watch a video, or you wait a week, YouTube will likely take your subscription away. So do it the way YouTube will recognize it, so that it will stick. And you're also helping out some friends of ours. All right, let's take that off. My friend Ginger at Not For Nothing Homestead is up to 849 subscribers today. My friend Robin at What the Flock is at 530 subscribers today. My friend Lee at First Floor Audio, who is or was at least in the stream in the UK, is up to 1,110 something. Could be 100. It could be 1,119. I don't have a way to look at anything beyond the first 3 digits. Again, always new content there. Great music. He's a very generous musician who shares himself in spite of physically the toll it may take on him at times. So go show him some love. My friend Rich at Rich New Design is holding on to his 402 subscribers. My friends Jeff and Lorena, our Texas neighbors at Back to Country Homestead, are up to 573 subscribers. My friends Ronnie and Brittany, Central California, RB Story, are up to 625 subscribers. Again, that's where the loofah gift set that will be mailed to Vicky is coming from. So check them out. Check out loofalady.com. And then be back here next Friday for another chance to win a Loofah Lady set. My friend Ashley at CNC Farm is at 1,600 something subscribers today. My friend John at Home Bartending with John, he was in the chat earlier, but I don't think he was able to stay for the whole stream. He's up to 380 today, virtually a new video going up on his channel every day. My friend Vicki Lund at Psychology Noir with Dr. Lund is up to 936 subscribers today. My friend also from the UK, Adam Sky, is up to 253 subscribers today. If you missed the announcement last week on the show, his sister passed away. She was injured and sustained some brain damage. It's probably been a couple of months ago now and was not doing well. She's been in the hospital. She was in the hospital for a good while. And I know they had some hard decisions they needed to face. But she did pass away. I think it was early last week. So go over to his channel, show him a little love, and get to meet him and his dog, Buddy. I love Buddy. I've never even met Buddy. My friend Dino at the Late Late Horror Show is holding on to his 104,000 something subscribers today. My friend Dawn Ray B is up to 473 subscribers today. Our friends Jen and Steve at Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve are up to 896. Lots of people in the running now, getting closer and closer to that 1,000 mark, y'all, and you guys can help with that.
That's awesome.
So 896 for them. My friend Nancy at Our Treasured Home is up to 947 subscribers. Fat Ninja DM channel has lost another subscriber. There's no activity there at this point. I'm confident to say now that channel probably will not be consistently taken over by anyone else in the family at this point. But just as an honor to Daryl, I'm going to leave it up and keep you guys posted on what's happening at his channel. My friend David, another Texas neighbor of ours at Safe and Sound Texas Audio Excursion, is up to 2,200 something subscribers today. My friend Peter Tragos at Lawyer You Know is up to 221 subscribers today. New content there every day without fail. Generally, it's multiple uploads a day. He's covering multiple cases for us. You'll learn a lot about the law. You'll learn a lot about how normal and sane and healthy you actually are when you hear the stories of these bizarre cases and really unhinged people that are involved in them. There's that. My friend Steven at Pawpaw's Kitchen is holding on to his 333 subscribers. My friend Ralph at Webb's Web has gained a subscriber. He's at 154 today. My friend Amanda at Bare Bones Living is at 695 subscribers today. My friend Danielle at Danny Days Ahead is holding on to her 1,050 something subscribers today. My friend John at Pedroza Travel, who maybe still is in the chat today, is at 957 subscribers today. Okay, so we've got a couple channels here super close to that 1,000, guys, and all of them have wonderful content, escape from reality content, things you can learn, places you can visit, and I encourage you to go check it out. Again, do all the YouTube things, join their little YouTube family to help them reach the 1,000 subscriber mark. My friend Angela at the Inquisitive Farm Wife is up to 1,490 something subscribers today. Millionaire Paul has gained a subscriber. He's at 254 today. My friend Tom Salta, no new content this week. So he had a little string of new stuff that went up last week and the week before, but he's still growing. He's at 844 subscribers today. My friend Marin at Palma Pioneer Pantry is up to 300 today. She's been back and forth, 300, 299, 300, 299. So go check her out. Show her a little love. Oh, let me get this up. Yes, saying a prayer for Taffy. Keep us posted. Let's see. My friend Sparrow Spalding is holding on to her 1,310 something subscribers today. Our friends Brittany and Big K at Flannel Hill Farm in Missouri are at 175 subscribers today. Kenny and Debbie at the Adventures of Kenny and Debbie are up to 630 subscribers today. My friend Bearded Eagle, who's still pretty beardless, I think he's growing the beard back. Again, if you didn't watch the stream where he shaved his beard in celebration of hitting 1,000 subscribers, go and check that out. It made him look younger. He was cute with the beard, but he's super cute when you can see his whole face. So go check that out and just go enjoy hanging out at his channel. He spends a lot of time outside, lots of fishing, nature things. It's just a wonderful therapeutic place to hang out. My friend Heather at Come Hither with Heather is at 905 subscribers today. My friend Steve Robson at Wild Macro Art is holding on to his 24 subscribers. My friend Shane at Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja, is up to 1,830 something subscribers today. My friend Shannon at Shanster Travels is at 595 subscribers today. The Vineyard Chicks, who were my guests last week, are up to 4,380 something subscribers today. And then Tammy here from Mountain Grandma is up to 801 subscribers today after her 798 that I recorded last week. New content at her channel all the time, a live stream every Tuesday. I hope you guys enjoyed the visit with her today because I had a blast. I am not kidding. I feel like we could
it's been fun
and just let ourselves ramble and branch out and squirrel and cover lots of things that I think would be fun and energizing and edifying for people that might be watching. So thank you all for being here. Again, send me emails if you won prizes today. I am waiting on the lip balms and the other soaps to come in from Loofah Lady. So I know Vicky's not here yet, but that will go out as soon as I have them in. If you had a color choice or a scent / flavor choice to choose, make sure you let me know in your email what your preference is. And I will look forward to seeing you guys in the next live stream. I've got shorts still going up every day at 12 o'clock noon through the 7th of May, I think right now. I put up another batch yesterday. I'll have a garden update soon. We've got a lot of things in the ground now. I'm going to be moving my peppers into the ground this weekend. It's finally staying over 50 degrees each night, so I'm not having to baby them quite so much. I put some strawberry tops down. So I've seen some videos that you can sometimes just plant the top of the strawberry that's got the little seeds around the leaves, and sometimes they'll take and give you some strawberries. So we'll see. I've got some strawberries out to do that. I've got my garlic is already, I don't know how fast garlic is supposed to grow, but my garlic is already starting to put up shoots above the ground. This will be my first time to grow garlic, so I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'll keep you posted on that. I'll have a video to go up soon. I'll have a music cover going up hopefully in the next week. And then again, Tammy and I are still going to put our heads together at some point and come up with a duet. I'm still slowly but surely picking around on the guitar. It's again, I'm baby stepping it because I know nothing about it. Just trying to get comfortable with how to hold it, how to get my hands where I can get to strings, how to pluck right so that it sounds nice. So really, really baby steps. I'll take any pointers and tips you can give me. Thank you for the ones you already gave me when we talked about it.
Yeah, no problem.
But I'm enjoying already. It's kind of therapy to just sit there and
it is
learn something new and hear make sounds.
Yep, that's right. Make a pretty sound. Well, maybe if it's not pretty, it'll eventually get pretty.
So far, I haven't had anything that's hurt my teeth yet, but
thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for having me, Kathy.
Yes, thank you for being here. I really had a great time. Usually I don't keep people the whole show, but when the flow is so nice, I don't want it to be over too soon. So thank you for being so gracious to hang out with me with the whole thing. And again, we'll be in communication soon. I'll send you information from Two Doves Bees and Gardens so that when you've got your stuff ready to ship, you'll know where to send it.
Awesome.
All right. So I'm going to turn you loose.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thank you. All right. So let me make sure I haven't missed anything in the chat. Sorry if I did. Again, I appreciate all of you guys for being here today. It really has been encouraging and inspiring for me to still have you guys hanging around, even though I've not been very active on the channel this month. So I will be gradually getting back into the swing of that. And we'll see what's coming. There may be some new things coming up. I mean, I've always got my list of things I want to try, but a lot of it just means finding the time to make it happen and experimenting so that I can do something that's going to be enjoyable for everybody. So be safe, be happy, be well, be blessed. And yeah, Erica, at some point again, I'm going to be getting back into a regular routine of hanging out in chats. So I'm missing Peter and all of you guys over there too. So tell Barbara I said hello. as well. I'll leave the chat open for a couple of minutes like I always do so you guys can say your goodbyes. And I love you all. Thank you. And we'll see you next Friday.